I don't know what's happening, but Earl just threw his stuff and is screaming right now. He is just screaming at Dave. I could hear it through the soundproof stuff.
Yeah, there's two thick panes of glass.
Dave hasn't even looked over at him. It was from Seinfeld. It was like Coco. Remember when George was so crazy he couldn't deal?
Look at Coco going at it.
Earl, what happened in there, buddy?
I don't think he's grasped the idea that there's a show going on.
Right.
And he's screaming at me, hit the song. I'm like, don't disturb the flow of the show.
Master Poe has to go in and stand between those guys now. All right, here comes Dave. Dave has been sent out of the room by Master Poe. All right, hold on. Nobody's asking you to talk. Master Poe, thank you for being on top of this, because it's always helpful to know that these guys can't hurt each other. What is happening?
The phones have been going off and on the entire show from minute 8, and he will not play the fucking song. Mars even asked me, play the song. Why aren't you playing the song? He's afraid because he thinks...
I'm not afraid. I see a full phone bang.
He thinks you guys are going to take it out on him.
No,
for some fucking pussy-ass reason.
No, I
keep getting fucking stares and saying, Dave, wake up with the fucking phones.
I'm hearing you answer the phone.
The phones are going off and on.
I hear you answering the phone.
So I look like the fucking dickhead when you can't fucking play a song because you think Ron Fez are going to get mad at you. They know it's not your fault. Play the fucking song.
Why did we just play American Idol music?
Because I'm upset now because he's saying play the song, and he's saying play the song, and I see a full phone bank of phones.
What's that?
They just fucking came back on. That's the point. They keep going off, Earl, and then coming back in.
So why am I? Wait a minute. Hold on. So why am I going to hit the song that the phones are blowing out when there's a full phone bank of phones?
Earl,
when the phones just popped that
because
off?
You could
explain that craziness to me.
Shush! You could have played it when they went off, and then they come all back in at one time. And Ron says, "Why are you not?" Fucking, why are the names not up there? The names aren't up there because they blew out. Ron doesn't realize that because you won't play the fucking song.
What happened?
Because the second I hit the... You know what? Fine. Here we go. Here we go.
We've all... Wait.
Someone needs to fix these phones.
Oh, my God. There goes
again. We can't stop every fucking time they get something good going. The motherfucking telephones keep...
All right, Master Poe is back keeping an eye on Earl. Earl just chucked his headphones hard. Earl...
I don't break equipment.
Yeah.
You can say that about me.
Yeah, Earl... What is he driving you over the edge?
He's driving me fucking crazy. He drives me the fuck crazy.
What happens, though? I mean, I don't know how to tell you this, but Fez and I are the ones doing the show. You don't see us yelling at each other like this.
He hasn't grasped the fact that, you know what? There's a show going on!
What?
Run! Did you
There's a show going on.
When the
I have to
phones
pay
go
attention.
Out, play the song. I'm actually getting people. Mars says helps me out. Help me out, Dave. Play the song.
Earl, you know I can't hear Dave when he's screaming.
People are saying play the song when they go out. If they always go out, right, and you don't play the song, Ron Fez have no idea. Or just tell... I said don't even play the song. I said at least tell Fez in his fucking headphones. There's a talk back button so you can tell Fez these things.
Run the show, Dave.
You're afraid to do
Dave,
that.
Run the show.
Why would you
run the
do
show,
that?
Dave? Run the show.
Fine.
Come on, run the show.
Go ahead.
It's not up to you guys who runs things back there. It's up to us and Wiki.
No, he doesn't grasp the fact that
you know what?
I always take the bullets for that freaking mutt. I always do.
That's true. That part.
I take a fucking shitload of bullets from you. I can say shit that I will not say on the air.
Why not?
Oh,
what are you afraid
no.
of?
No,
What are
I
you
will
afraid
say
of?
shit that will fucking blow your mind away, and I wouldn't do that to you, Earl.
What?
I will not do
I
it.
gotta know that.
No, I'm not going to. I'm not
is
going to.
Earl
No, I'm
do-
going to be a
Is
stand-up
it
person.
something to make me and Fez furious?
I
Is
don't
he
know.
bad-mouthing us?
No, it would never be talking it back. I just know little routines and little work things that, are blown out of proportion, and little things that I know about Earl that I will not say. I
What's
will not
he talking
disclose.
about, Earl?
I have
I will
no
not
idea.
disclose.
Apparently, he's got something on you.
I've got 4 or 5 things on you that I could be corroborated with by Bill the intern. I'm not going to
What?
disclose
Trying to
them.
book guests? Doing
No,
production?
it's nothing.
Doing
I'm not-
best stuff?
Earl,
You do a great job, Earl.
Earl, I'm staying
That's
with
3.
Earl, I'm
That's
staying
a
with
lot.
you. I'm not going to disclose it on the air. Don't fucking try and
But
make
I
me
mean,
disclose
just by
it.
bringing it up.
I'm not going to say it.
That would be like me going, I got a story about something that happened in Fez's pants, but I'm not going to say what it is.
He doesn't listen.
Who doesn't listen, Earl?
You tell me I don't listen? Let's get started on. Let's get down to brass tacks on who doesn't listen.
Go ahead. Say
Ready, fucking shoot, aim, Dave Macdonald, telling me I don't listen.
Let's not use real last names.
You should aim before you shoot.
No listening, Earl Douglas over there. Old Man River. Fucking turned 36.
All right.
White people are so scared of black.
I won't put up with racism.
Ron, if you question him.
Earl, did you get hotlined on this for screaming too loud?
Yes.
What happened? Who's calling? D-State?
No, I lost my temper. That's all.
But you are known, you're breaking equipment again, and you're throwing stuff. Remember, you're already at 30 days in the hole.
He only knows how to burst, and I mention this, and then he starts escalating. It's always
because you don't listen, Dave. Dave, you don't listen. You do not listen. You just don't.
It's always an attack.
You do not listen.
The other day, we had a little problem with our prep sheets. And it was because Earl said, tomorrow we're going to have this guest in.
Right.
This is kind of technical shit. But basically,
real technical.
It was on Friday that the guest was coming in. You were confused. You said, I thought we had a guest in today, Earl. And the way he wrote the prep sheet, and Fez, you remember this, was confusing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what he sends out, today is Thursday.
Right.
He sends out the Thursday prep sheet on Wednesday. So if it says tomorrow, he means Friday, but it looks like it's Thursday.
I understand.
We fixed that, didn't we?
We're supposed to read it on Friday. We're supposed to read it on Thursday. Or whatever.
On the day that it's meant for.
Yeah.
A lot of people read their prep sheet when they get it on Wednesday.
Yeah, but there's only 4 of us, so it's not a lot of people.
A lot.
I don't remember being freaked out over a guest not coming.
I wasn't freaked out myself.
Here, let me explain this. Fez and I are doing a little show, right?
Right.
And while this show is going on, and we're conversing back and forth with each other, we're trying to be interesting and amusing, and then we try to talk to the callers and make it interesting and amusing for them.
Yes.
But I look through that glass, and I see a whole nother show. I see a guy screaming, jumping up and down, going crazy. And you've got all this pent-up anger. Wouldn't it normally be that the people at the focus of the show would be feeling that stress?
Yeah, no,
not on the outer parts?
I said to him while he was jumping around like an animal, I was saying, Earl,
all right, first of all, you
no.
gotta get this, all right?
White people are so scared.
I was saying
he's a human. He's a human. Can we agree to that?
I was saying, Earl,
he's a human, much
yes,
like you.
I agree that he's
you
a human.
and your Celtic background.
He's a human,
right?
I was saying, Earl, relax. Okay, get back on the show, and he kept going, and I'm like, I can't believe you're losing this much control. Get back, but just to get back to the prep sheet, here's why I'm upset.
Okay.
No. This is the point. I brought this up to Earl weeks in advance. I said, Earl, it's confusing. Earl, one of these days they're going to be confused. Oh, Earl, he's all defensive. Dave, it's the way it is. It's the way it is. Then Fez tells him to change the prep sheet exactly the way I said, Earl, maybe you should consider changing the prep sheet. And the very next day, Earl changed the prep sheet the exact same way. What I'm saying is he never listens to my ideas, or he doesn't think anything of me.
I stopped listening to you 5 seconds ago. I got to tell you the truth.
What?
I don't know what you're rambling about. I know we have a guest here, and you're in here with your pants down screaming. Master Paul, just let me say thanks to you for being on the job here. I know you're staying a little extra because of the madness that takes place in that room.
The pleasure's all mine, guys.
Absolute madness. Here's what I need you to do. Whenever they raise their voices back there, start kicking and punching until they're unconscious.
I could do that.
That's the only thing that I can come up with, Fez.
That'll stop the yelling. And also thanks to Martini Steve, who was in there on his cell phone with DC and trying to talk Earl off the ledge again.
Everybody wants to save Earl's job. And Earl, no matter what happens, this is the important part, you can't throw headphones. You can't get physical.
They're expensive.
Well, not even that. Suppose it bounces, hits somebody, whatever.
No, I'm sorry. I thought usually I just flip them off and let them dangle off my pack.
I
didn't realize they did completely.
No, you went crazy. We all
Obliterated them.
saw you go physically crazy again. And on the street, it doesn't matter. This is a corporate place, and the corporate people worry about that. Because you got interns in there, you can't be throwing shit. All right?
All right, I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter to me. I'm trying to save your gig. That's why they call. That's what they don't care that you guys are screaming at each other.
But that's the part that Dave never understands. At the end of the day, I'm the one that takes the bullet.
That's
why he gets away with half the shit he gets away with. Because he knows he's not going to pay any penalty for it.
I don't even know what that means. You're speaking in riddles.
He's saying
Speaking
this.
of riddles,
He's
talking
the
out of your ass, talking about
Yes,
shit you
that's
have
what you're
absolutely
doing.
no
That's
knowledge
exactly
about.
what you're doing. Yes, riddles talking out of your ass. You're right. You just did that. You make no sense. But Earl, it's not a one-way fucking street. I've taken a lot of shit for you that you don't even realize. And like I said, I'm not going to disclose anything that I know about you.
Then you don't have a case.
Thank you, Fez.
Oh, I'll mention this off the air to the hosts if they really want me to.
Only on air. I want everything to happen on air and not at all. I wanted to go on with this because I was going to set up our next guest, and we were going to be talking about the devil. A lot of people wanted to explain the physical devil to us, Fez. So maybe if we could hold some of those calls, and we'll come back with him. The new film opening on 6/6/6.
Very frightening. The Omen, directed by John Moore, who's going to be talking with us.
John Moore will be in a moment. It's the Ron and Fez show. Is everything all settled now between you and Earl?
I don't think so.
You want to go back later and listen to how bad that screaming got and how weird it was, particularly when we had the director of The Omen standing outside?
Yep, that wasn't good.
You want to see hell, buddy? Watch our life. Watch what goes on in this room for 3 hours.
And when Earl would just hit the phone blowing up song from Paranoid, so loud that none of us could talk, and walk away from it.
You remember when you were doing that, Earl?
Yeah, because he's like, I want to start by saying this whole thing started with him screaming at me.
Just untrue.
But how did it start?
Because he said, so, of course, I'm listening to the show.
Listen to how his voice is
But
raised
see,
already.
I know. But now when we're talking to Earl, you get your chance. You know you just annoy him when you butt in. And you have a tendency to talk over him.
And he talks over me. Let's see, lunch yesterday, I said the same sentence 5 fucking times. I just wanted to get my little Mickey Mouse stat out there, Earl.
Well,
and you
I
had
don't
to
even
keep-
remember.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Of course.
I honestly don't even know what you're talking about.
No one would remember it because every time I try to speak sometimes, it's call me Ghosty. Call me Ghosty Side Dave.
Ghosty, let me ask you
it's
something.
like I'm not talking.
What did you say yesterday that you believe Earl doesn't want you to talk?
When I try and speak sometimes, Earl just either ignores or moves right on from my thing as if what I said doesn't happen. Yesterday, as if what I said, he just ignores my statements. Also, when I try and talk, he just goes right over and just
Why
goes in.
do you care? It's 4 guys having lunch. Were you aware of this, Earl? Because I know I wasn't.
I'm not aware of it.
What Mickey Mantle stat do you want to be heard on?
I'm just disappointed. Like 536 home runs was a lot of home runs, and now everyone's going to pass him because.
So what? Who cares about Mickey Mantle?
Well, we were talking about sports.
I don't remember your Mickey Mantle stat, but I remember Earl speaking over you, interrupting you yesterday during lunch because you did this thing where you you were sitting across from Earl and you shoved your plate towards Earl's.
I did that. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. That was yet another time. I just
But 4 guys go out to have lunch together, and you're going to talk over each other. That's the way guys are.
It's different from talking over because, Ron, here's the thing. If some people talk over each other, that's true. But I had the same sentence. No one else talked over, and it was 4 or 5 times I tried to get the sentence out, and Earl talked over. 4 or 5. If people talk over once or twice, but on the 5th time, it's like, can I get my
I can't tell you how dull you are.
Ghosty.
Now, yesterday afterwards, after lunch, I took you out for a beautiful cup of coffee at Java Girl.
That's great.
And you seem like you're in a good mood. Now you come in here and you're furious with Earl.
No, I was in a happy mood. All this just heightened the simple frustrations I have from time to time with Earl, who talks or who doesn't think I exist. He doesn't
Do you
listen.
understand that he's the executive producer?
Yes, I do.
You can't be screaming at him and getting him upset.
Here's the thing. When I say, here's the perfect example. I say, the phones blew out. Maybe play the song. Or the phones blew out. Play the song.
Did you
phones
Dave,
play out.
Excuse me. Dave, did you realize that we were probably about 30 seconds away from going into a break?
When?
When you screamed at me? Because I'm looking at the clock.
You can't play that song into a break.
Exactly.
We weren't 30 seconds from a break. It was...
No, but again, me listening to the show, knowing where we are in the show, the guest had just
You've got to
shown
be
up.
aware all the time.
I
Earl.
have to be aware.
Where he doesn't, he gets to live his life like a child.
No, but the first phones blew out 12:15, no song. 12:25, no song. 12:30, this is my problem. And every time I told him, nothing happened. And then he says, "Well, Dave, you screamed because it seems like I have to."
And that's why I screamed,
heighten
because
my voice.
Because here's the other thing. My biggest problem with Dave is sometimes he talks without really thinking about what he's going to say. And
Letting
I always
shoot in.
and
That's
I
a
always
genetic
try to,
thing. I mean,
and I
you
always
can't
try
do
to
that.
tell him,
Yes,
I'm like,
you
sometimes you have to think before you speak.
Earl, are you ignoring him or just not listening to him?
No, and every
Same
once in a
thing.
while he's like, Earl, can you hear me? And I go, yes, I'm listening to you, Dave.
All right, here's Jerry wants to add something. Jerry, you're on first.
Yeah, hey, Ron, when the first song first come out, you told Earl to interrupt with the song to let the guys in Washington know the phone's blowing up?
I did do that, and not only to let the guys in Washington know, it's that to let me and Fez know, all right, keep this conversation going, because people are trying to join in the conversation, but so many people have called that the phone banks go out. Now, this should have been also fixed by now, Earl.
Yes, and it's been brought up more than once, and we were actually told that it's been fixed.
Right.
And
So
it obviously hasn't. But, Earl, I didn't get, until the song first played, I didn't know that the phones had blown up, and I didn't get any signal in my headphones either.
Yeah, but sometimes, like right before I'll hit the phones will pop up, and that happened more than once.
But they still blew out. So, and then they all come back in, and it seems like, well, what's going on? Why aren't the names up? How come it's all busy, but there's no names on their screen? It's because the phones blew out. You have to, let them know that.
And
why don't you throw a hand signal at me, Dave?
Okay, I'm glad to do that.
What's going to be the... that'll be...
The like the old X-Pac thing.
Okay.
That he used to do in WWE.
That means that no matter, even though it looks like we got a full bank of phones, you can't write them up because you can't get to them. That's what that means.
No. What I'm saying is, as soon as they go,
But I mean, that's what you're blaming on Earl. That I looked up, I saw a full bank of phones, but you weren't answering any of them.
I was doing them as fast as I could, but
that's not the same thing as the phones blowing up.
No, they
you
did
can't
blow
keep
up. That's not because they blew up, and then they all. If 9 lines come back on at the same time, it's humanly impossible. You can't speak to 9 different people and get their names.
Sure you can. Billy could.
To 9?
Yes, he would move like a bat out of hell, and he would go for. Here's Russell, you're on Fez.
This is the second producer. Now, I'm a Black Earl fan, okay? But this is the second producer who seems to have the same exact complaints about Earl as the terrorist. Am I wrong in saying that?
Well, what he is saying is exactly what Harry used to claim, Earl. And Harry said that shit used to roll downhill, and he was always in trouble with stuff that you had done. And now Dave is telling us the same thing.
Well, I have probably taken more bullets under Dave than I ever did with Harry. I'll be the first to admit that.
What bullet have you taken for him?
Well, that little thing where he kind of spoke out of turn, right. I had to hear about it. Like, why can't I have a grasp on my guy? Well, I mean, he's my responsibility. I'm the executive producer. And,
True.
And
did you ever thank him for that? For covering for you?
I didn't even know about it.
We all covered for you. I told you.
I said thanks.
Yeah, but now you're mad at Earl for it.
I'm not mad at Earl. He doesn't communicate with me at all, Ron. That's a perfect example. How the hell? I mean, how am I supposed to know about any of these things?
Earl, why won't you talk
to me
Dave?
for fuck's sake? When he comes in the morning, I go like this every fucking morning. I go, "Hey Earl, what's up?" The same type of treatment that I give to Ron Bennington and to Fez Whatley. You know what Earl does to me?
What?
That's it. Nothing. Silence.
No,
that's what I was trying to communicate.
Hold on,
he doesn't say hello back.
Oh,
if dare Ron or Fez say hi to Earl, Earl lights up like a fucking jack-o'-lantern.
He helps. He helps take my jacket off me.
No, but one time I said,
don't give me the same respect.
Every morning we do the jacket off dance, which I love.
One time I said hi. He goes, "You didn't." No, I think I said hello. And he goes, "You didn't say hi." I'm like, "I said hello."
No, that's total bullshit. You don't speak up and you don't say hi.
All right, here's Earl Douglas fan. Earl Douglas fan, you're on Run Fez.
Earl Douglas fan since day one. Earl Douglas fan since day one. Fuck Dave.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
He made a good point. That part, actually, I found somewhat interesting. Well, I don't know. I think one of them has to go, Fez. And I'm keeping Earl for Team Bennington.
Well, I want to keep Dave for Team
Why?
Wally.
You honestly feel like we need Dave?
Yes.
Have you seen his work?
Yeah.
You know the feedback that I get on Dave.
Right.
Thank you, Fez.
But I think Dave can improve, and I think Dave is worth keeping.
Do you believe this, Earl? Dave can improve.
No, I think anybody can improve, quite honestly.
Enough to be passable?
Yes, I think...
You're honestly going to sit here and say to me, face to face, you think that Dave Macdonald is going to make an adequate employee for XM? Be truthful.
No, I think...
Don't be politically correct.
No, honestly,
adequate, I'm saying.
Adequate. The adequate, I'm not sure, but I mean, my biggest... I guess my biggest problem with Dave is I'm like sometimes he has
Skin color?
No, sometimes he has to think before he speaks, and you got to really be careful about what you say and who you say it to.
Yeah, well, he don't mind running you down.
I'll listen to what you say, Earl.
No, I'm not saying listen to what I say. I'm just saying sometimes you have to really be careful, like what you say in front of people, in front of certain people. That's all.
Okay. I got the point.
Dave, I just want you to know, in my opinion, you're fired already. I just don't see it.
Wow.
Right now, Fez has got you.
I know this morning when I needed something for the show, I couldn't get Earl on the phone, but I could get a hold of Dave.
Well, Earl's taking a train.
So am I. I just take my train earlier because I arrive
let me
early.
ask you this. And you guys want to get a hold of Earl at night? Call this fucking place 11 o'clock at night. 6-7 hours after both of you guys have left.
Because he watches $1 Million Baby for 3 hours. That's a good chunk of time.
So you're telling me Earl doesn't work? This is your adequate guy. He's fucking raping.
I know he works a lot, but if he wanted to, he could have gotten home. He could go home at a reasonable hour if he wants. But there's Central Park photography. There's
Dave?
little naps. There's little cat naps in the booth, and we have the photography to prove it.
Hey, Dave. Let me ask you this question. You know what time that John Moore interview kind of went through? What time did it go through?
What time did the booking go through?
What time did the booking go through? It went through, I believe, around 6:15. An hour and a half after. Oh, wait a minute. I take that back. 2 hours after you left.
Unbelievable.
That's just totally untrue.
Unbelievable. And you brag about getting here early.
Sometimes bookings happen. Sometimes I have to deal with the West
Earl,
Coast.
Why can't you book from your house?
Why should he? This
Why
is a place
not?
to work.
But see, just because people go home doesn't mean they're not doing work. It's retarded to think like that. Every time I go home, another early day for Eastside.
Who says
no,
that?
I have a fucking
Who
life.
says that?
Earl.
So he doesn't say hello to you, but he makes sure he always says goodbye.
Oh, he makes me feel like a little grape every single time that
he
I
makes
leave.
you feel like a what?
A little tiny grape that, because dare I leave it at 6 o'clock p.m. when I'm also here an hour, 2 hours before he arrives. No one forgets that I get here at 9 o'clock, and Earl,
and
11:15.
And do what?
And do what? We have a lot of audio today.
Does it get on the air?
Could we play some audio today? I mean,
if we do, I'm going to sit here and judge it. I'm going to judge it.
Play the James Brown drunk audio. That would be great for the fans and the listeners at home to hear the Godfather of Soul on a talk show. But I mean, besides,
you know what? I think I have heard that on O&A.
No, I never heard that.
That's when I enjoyed it. Hey, why don't you do this, Fez? Have your guy just playing a bunch of O&A clips.
That's not what his job is. That's not what he'll be doing.
That's what he's setting up for us.
Well, besides that, look, we have just a different outlook on life. I mean...
Yeah, Earl likes original material.
I don't...
All right, here's something that Dave has ready for the show.
Harry is a lion sack of cunt.
Perfect, Dave. You've done a wonderful job.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe that was one of the clips I found. I don't know. Maybe it was.
Now look at him. He's suffering.
That's not your clip.
Fez firing. Fire him.
I'm not going to fire
And then
him.
I'll give Earl the raise that he deserves.
I just want you, when you give him the raise, spend a little portion of the money on Earl surveillance, and then you'll see why he's here till midnight.
I don't have to do Earl surveillance. I don't want to have to watch over him 24 hours a day. I treat him like a man.
I wish
And
Bill...
if he needs a little time to take some photography, I don't care. He's getting things done.
How about the $1 Million Baby sessions?
He brought me Mr. Peter Riegert yesterday.
Well, that guy's good.
What's $1 Million Baby? I want him to watch film. Earl, I hope you've seen $1 Million Baby.
Yes, I've seen it once.
One of Clint Eastwood's best.
Once, in the producer's booth.
Yeah, the monitor was on HBO during the show.
You just call him... He says he watches movies during the show.
No, it was on during the show.
Why?
And I always have it on CNN.
Why would it be? If you always have it on CNN, how did it magically get to $1 Million Baby? Unbelievable. Because you like to watch TV during the show.
During commercial breaks, I flip to Fox. I flip to CNN headline news. I flip around to see what is going on.
You flip to Saturday Night Live, too, don't you?
All right, I've gotten, and I'm bored with this whole thing.
Fine.
So we're going to move on. Fez, would you fire him?
No. I am not firing Eastside Dave.
Then can you make him adequate?
Yes.
You have 24 hours.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Mr. W.
I mean passable. I don't mean good.
I know.
I mean literally passable. Where he starts figuring out what he's saying as he's saying it. And he doesn't screw up his words.
I'll get there for you.
That would be perfect. And the thing Earl's mad at you about today, you were doing the right thing, Eastside Dave.
What's that?
Trying to get the Paranoid song on the air when the phones blow up.
First of all, the right thing to do is to follow your executive producer. And then come in here during the break and explain to us. But I don't ever need to look over there and see a screaming match during the show. So if you tell him once and he doesn't want to go to it, that's where it goes. I don't want this show interrupted.
Okay.
You know where that door is, right?
Yep.
You're welcome in here. Every time that you want to bring me a clip of the O&A show, something that you feel like you've written. Oh, I've written a great thing. It's Anthony talking.
All right.
You don't think I'm familiar with Willie Mays, my friend?
I know.
A baseball historian.
Number 24.
Oh. You have a woman in your life right now, Earl? I know you had a date last week, right?
No, actually, that kind of fell apart.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. She had a huge emergency.
Yeah, I would get that, too, if I had a date with you.
No.
Something suddenly came up.
No, it was,
A dam broke.
Yeah.
No, it was really actually very serious.
What was it? Female problems?
No,
Box drop?
death in the family.
Who?
Grandmother.
Oh, come on. Everyone else's grandmother's dies. You can still go out. I could see if it was a mom or a dad, but you expect the grandparents to die. That's all part of the gimmick.
You should have done the Ed Rooney bit. You bring her old bones out here, and now...
Now, was this a white girl? Let me ask this. Did the grandmother die when she found out that she was going out with you?
No.
When Earl pulled up.
Yeah.
What happened in that little rocker? Remember you had that little rock star that we met at P.J. Clark's that day. I said, and I'm like, she's going, oh, you guys on the radio? And I'm trying to set Earl up. I'm like, well, Mr. Douglas is the one who picks the songs that run on the radio. We just play what Mr. Douglas tells us. But
I was just, just not into it at all like an idiot.
Yeah, that was a bad day for you. But you and her have been kind of emailing back and forth and stuff, right?
Yeah, she wants to come by and drop the CD off. But we're just trying to...
What is that?
Tell her to wear something tight.
Preferably skimpy.
Yeah, sure. Sell it. Make it all happen. So you and her, you're keeping the relationship going.
Yeah, we've bounced a couple emails back and forth.
Nice. All right, 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Earl hanging out with us today.
This is fun. This is
You having a good time?
Yeah, no, it's just I love being in this room.
Yeah, well, you can live in here now.
Well, maybe once you get that little waitress in here and, she brings in her CD, maybe that'll be the moment that it all clicks for you.
I don't know about that.
Because then you got home field advantage.
Yeah, that's true. I got the home ice.
Exactly. Then you're going to look like the king of XM.
Yeah, I'm starting to dress the part, too.
What's her name, Jackie?
Jackie, yeah.
Jackie, if I have some info for
Dave.
Yes.
You got put in the hole. This is Earl time.
Okay.
And by the way, you have no info.
No, I just know things about Earl and Jackie.
Well, let me rephrase that. he's been reading my email when
What?
I'm not in the room. That I caught you stone cold yesterday.
Oh no! Only
What
a
was he
couple-
doing?
No, because I usually keep my inbox open.
Yeah.
Because I'm in there because anything pops up, from DC or whatever.
Right.
So I had to run across the street to get you that DVD.
Oh, yeah.
So I come back and I go to check my email.
Wait a minute. Let me remember what the DVD was.
Oh, the DVD was Yo soy boricua pa que tú lo sepas.
Which means, Puerto Rican lives next door.
No.
Okay, something. I don't know. I'll look.
So
No, Bronx Johnny's mad.
So I go back into the studio and I go to check email, and I have I put everything in the folders, and her folder was open, where all of the emails we've been going
Dave,
back and
you
forth
don't read other people's emails.
I'm just on Earl's. I just have to keep tabs on him from some time.
You've read Bronx Johnny's emails too.
Are you reading his French emails?
No.
All right, you little cock blocker, you redheaded cock blocker. Stay away from people's emails.
Earl, sometimes I just want to make sure that things are going on with Jackie, and I know that he's interested in her and stuff. And I like
So that has nothing to do with you, Dave.
But it's funny to me, those emails, because he writes such passionate emails like, I'll definitely stop by! ! And here, it's going to be great to see you. Everything, has
none of your business.
It really is none of your business, Dave.
I don't read your emails to Westside or whoever you write to. It's none of your business.
Yeah, his email would be, Westside, sorry I shit all over the bed.
But if the inbox is open, I kind of feel like it's sort of
No, it isn't.
it isn't. No, there's a difference. If my inbox is open, that's one thing. You went into a specific folder. That means you were fishing for information.
And here's another thing. If Earl leaves his wallet out on the desk, it doesn't mean that you're free to go by and go through it. You have to have some kind of trust around here.
I mean, sometimes Earl gets emails from, XM people and stuff. So I want to
Those
make...
are for Earl, not for Dave.
Yeah, you're not entitled to look at those either.
If Wiki wants you in on it, he will put it in care of you. If it says Earl and Ron, then we each get it. If it says Ron, then Earl doesn't read it. If it says Earl, then Ron doesn't read it.
Well, I also feel like, I could just help Earl out. I could be a messenger.
Why don't you do this? Earl... If you see Earl on the phone, why don't you get on the other extension and start listening in?
I mean, the emails were pleasant enough. It was a nice correspondence. It sounded like two little lovebirds.
No,
it was
Dave,
really
you're missing the point, though. You don't read other people's mail.
I don't see why.
You don't read other people's mail. You do not do that.
If the box is open, I have to. I mean...
No, you don't. You
That's
minimize
still
it.
his.
You minimize it, and then you go somewhere. I told you that.
Don't make us be at the point where if somebody gets up, they got to go, let me turn off the computer because I can't trust my
Earl
coworkers.
needs to be pushed into these things with these dates. And I feel like if I can look at the correspondence between Earl and a girl, maybe I can, give him
Yes, you
advice.
banged one woman in history. You should be Cyrano de Bergerac for him. You and your big fucking nose should be hanging around outside the other side of a bush.
I just feel like I know how to steer Earl into this Jackie. She's
What
so
is
nice.
he doing wrong, in your opinion?
Well, there's too many exclamation points for one thing on the emails. They're way too bubbly, and everything is, we'll be there at 5 o'clock. Can't wait to see you.
But
it's
Dave,
going to be.
Dave, you cannot-
I apologize for not showing up.
Wrong? No,
Jackie.
see,
Dave, do you get the point, though? It's none of your business. If I needed your advice, I'd ask you for it. But don't speak for me.
Things like, we're going to try and make it down to P.J. Clark's,
That's an
Jackie.
honest
It'll be
statement.
great to see you there. These things, it's too over the top. You should just say, hey, we're going to see you. Maybe not. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't see you. And I feel like, Earl, you should just let me read the emails because I can impart some of the.
No, I'm not going to let you read anything, Dave.
all right, my BlackBerry just went off, and it just says on it, this is Frenchie. He always reads my mail to Johnny. You are a pain in the ass.
If the inbox is up, I have to read
No,
it.
you don't have to do a damn thing.
What is next? You're going to start snapping pictures of Earl in the bathroom stall?
Let me ask you a question. You ever read my email?
God, no.
I will dig your fucking eye out with this thumb. And I don't care what it is. I don't care what is. If it says my name on it, leave it the fuck alone.
No, I would never do that. Even if I saw somehow like you had left your AOL open, I would turn off the entire computer. That's exactly what I would do. But
Swear to Jesus right now.
I swear to
And you've
Jesus
never read
Christ. Never. Swear to Jesus. I can't say the same thing for Earl because I don't want to see why Earl doesn't see this as me caring about him. I'm just trying to...
I think you're busting his balls is what you're doing.
I think you're busting my balls and you're being very, very nosy. That's nosy.
That's beyond nosy.
It's rude.
Friends have to get information about each other in order to give advice.
I don't think he said anything wrong. I don't see where an exclamation point is wrong.
Exclamation points about everything. Sorry, I missed the show
What are you
last night.
holding?
What is that?
You printed it?
Oh, he is an ass and a half, Earl. You printed out Earl's emails?
I just wanted to quote him exactly.
You are a dead man. You're beyond dead.
Earl must have been gone yesterday 15 minutes because he only ran across the street.
I ran across the street. We talked about a couple of things, and then I came back.
If he was gone a half an hour, I'm shocked. How the hell do you not only read his mail, but print it out in a half an hour?
I wanted to quote him exactly. I wanted to...
Dave, you're missing the point once again because for some reason between that thick red skull of yours, Dave, it is none of your business.
So, Earl, I want you to know, not only is he reading your emails on the computer...
He's printing them out.
He's printing them so that it's there in the community printer. So it's sitting there where everybody in XM could see it.
No, I got your email. I printed it out, Earl. I stapled it and put it right in my folder. I didn't show it to anybody.
You feel like that you're protecting
Yeah.
him by just you reading.
I didn't show it to anybody.
And now you've been reading some of it off the on the air.
Well, you have to quote someone exactly.
Dave is taking every fiber of my being right now not to choke you out right now. It
and
really
what if
is.
this chick turns out to be a rock star down the road? Now you're reading her fucking mail. Suddenly, if it's like reading Chrissy Hines' mail.
I'll sell this on eBay,
No,
Earl. We'll make a ton of money.
And I told him, and I told this about, it didn't even involve me. I told this about when he was doing Johnny's email. I was like, that's none of your business.
You were there and you saw him reading Johnny's email?
And I'm like, what are you doing?
What was he saying when he was reading it? Was he,
he was just
bringing it up to you?
He was reading it. I think he was trying to print it out, too. And I'm like, what are you doing?
So the printer was out of paper that day. But
now, when Frenchie told me before that you're in their business, you're like, she's crazy, Mr. B. She's out of her mind.
I care about people. Is that
everyone hates you? And I don't mean that in a bad way. But you can't do this kind of stuff.
You have to see these little things. I mean, apparently Jackie lost her wallet. And then Earl writes, sorry to hear about your wallet, exclamation point. I hope everything works out for the best.
What is... that's... First of all, that's something a guy could say to another guy. It's not even sweet talk.
It's just, who says, like, I hope everything works out for the best?
He's
for a wallet. You say that for someone going to surgery.
I hope he said it to Peter Jennings, all right? Good luck, bro.
Earl.
I don't want to do another 30 days because I want to break something right now. I want to break someone or something.
Break him, if anything.
I just hope he knows how much privacy he's violating because Jackie, the waitress, gave you her email address.
Yes.
She did. If she wanted this nut to have it, she would have given it to him. Now he has someone's email address.
And you realize there are privacy issues within the company.
We ought to send Mikey D back to your house, you little pussy. We stuck up for you when Mikey started rattling your door. You big fruit. Now you don't understand privacy.
I don't think it really is It's sort of like that phrase, finders keepers. And if it's up there on the screen,
you cannot. All right. What about anything in his desk?
No, you
is
went
that
to
all of ours?
No. I mean that's in his desk, but I mean this is on a public computer. If it was on Earl's computer, I might have a slight doubt of doing it. But if it was on the mainframe computer that we share at XM.
At that particular moment, that was my workstation, and you basically violated my workspace.
I got to agree.
My workspace.
I got to agree. We do have Frenchie online right now. Frenchie is, as he says, aside Johnny's lady friend, that's somebody that he spends time with. And Dave is obsessed with them. Like he's fucking Access Hollywood, and that's Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. And he comes in and last Friday he's like this, did you hear? And I'm like, what? It looks like Johnny's being stood up. He's standing out in the rain. Frenchie hasn't showed up yet. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Hey, Frenchie, how are you, honey?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good.
And I don't hate Dave. I like him, but I just wish he would tell the truth once in a while.
About what, Frenchie?
About everything. First of all, I just want to say I'm just trying to get airtime. That's why I'm calling in.
I never said that.
Yeah,
People are putting that into your head. I never said that. I would never say that.
Oh, you never said that?
Of course not.
So Johnny lied?
Johnny? Well, first of all, that makes no sense. Johnny, did I ever say that to you?
Yeah, you did.
Well, that's...
Well, that solves that case, Perry Mason.
Thank you.
I don't think that even really happened.
No further questions.
You never told Ronnie that I was hanging out with Johnny when I wasn't even hanging out with him?
No, I said that you guys were planning to meet on a Friday for dinner.
No, you didn't. You said the fucking weekend together.
Or a hotel room, well, after the dinner.
But I'm like this. Dave, what has this got to do with me? Why are you telling me this? I hope these guys are happy, both of them happy. It's none of our business, though.
I just think everyone should know, what our friends are up to. And
well, you know everything.
Yeah.
How many emails did you print out today?
Only a couple.
No, Johnny, he told me some things in confidence. And I'm
Right.
like, and my attitude was like, you know what? God bless you.
Right.
It was
Enjoy
have
life.
fun. No, I didn't get on the phone and call you
Right.
as immediately like a freaking chirping
No,
bird.
I will say this. You do not run a gossip column. There's one gossip column right now, and that's that fucking Cindy Adams lookalike, Eastside Dave.
Just keep trying to keep everyone abreast.
Johnny say, I told Earl something today, but I think Eastside Dave overheard it, so it might come out on the air.
I didn't overhear anything, but could you tell me off the air? I promise. This time I'll keep
I don't want you to know my phone number or my email address.
Oh, I know that already.
Is this getting too much into Bronx Johnny's personal business? He's on the phones right now, and Frenchie's typed in his Frenchie cakes.
That is our nickname, Frenchie Cakes. All right, Dave, Earl, I will say this. You are the executive producer. I mean, this really is a corporate matter now. You cannot get into other people's shit.
No, if I did that, I'm fired.
Right.
No questions asked. No, you know what I mean? It's like if I went on to, I don't know, if I went into your email or Fez's email.
Yeah.
Or Wikis or Elo's.
Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't kick me out the door.
Oh, I would never go into Ron or Fez's email. Or
no one could believe you. No one could believe you.
I wouldn't. Well, no, you guys trust me on this one. Only Earl, because I like
Johnny.
And Johnny.
Yeah, so that's two.
I like to know people's business. Is that so wrong? I mean, I
Where
think
I come from, that's nosy. That's what
I'm informed. That's a different word.
Fez, luckily for you, you don't get or send email.
Yeah, I'm so glad. Checking my medical records.
All right, Frenchie.
Bye, guys. I love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Frenchie.
All right, this is a problem, Dave.
I will try to correct it. I mean, if Earl really has a problem, I mean, if you really have a problem with it, I won't read your emails.
Earl, tell him how you...
I have a huge problem with it. Huge problem.
And he's not joking.
All right. Not even emails. I mean, I won't read anything from Don or anybody, but how about just a couple occasional emails from Jackie?
Nothing.
Nothing
Zero.
at all.
Because that keeps me really
Nothing.
entertained.
Unless it says it's Dave.
Unless you are CC'd or it says to
Could you
Dave.
could you ask Jackie to CC me on all the emails that you guys give back and forth?
You're a smart ass.
You are. You're a fucking wise guy. You really are.
And here's the thing. No one believes you that you're taking this vow of respecting Earl's privacy. You will be doing it by show's end.
I mean it this time.
Here is Jeff. Jeff, you're on Run of Fez.
How you guys doing?
Hey, buddy.
I'm from where he grew up, not in Spring Lake, a couple towns over. I know exactly what type of kid this is. I have friends that go to CBA, graduated the same year as he did. I've always supported him. For some reason, I always thought you were busting his balls too much, Ron, and that you didn't give him a break. You know what? I'm a fucking idiot. Ron, you had him pinned since the beginning.
Since day one.
He should be begging for forgiveness from Earl. Why isn't he doing that?
Like any sociopath, he doesn't know the difference between right and wrong. It doesn't exist for him in red-haired land.
Yeah, you can't explain to him morally, legally, whatever-wise, why what he did was something he shouldn't do.
What I'd like to do is throw bleach on him, but you wouldn't be able to tell. You would not be able to tell.
If you care about someone, sometimes you have to do you have to go over the line if you care about someone. I care about Earl. I have to know the information.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
No one wants a redheaded glow stick to care about them. It's fucking scary for him to think that you're getting involved in his mail. And here's what worries me, Earl. What if this cocksucker starts sending her notes using your screen name?
That is why I'm trying to really control myself and not.
I'm sure he has. Any luck with the wallet?
Do not leave your wallet out around this place. I got fucking 2 dog chains on mine right now.
Boss, you just give me 5 minutes with Dave. This shit will be straightened up.
I'm all for it. I'm for you giving an Ecuadorian beatdown. So he fucking Ecuadorian education. That's the only way he's going to understand.
I don't like that idea very much.
What if I unleash Hands of Stone and let him just fucking go at you?
No.
I fucking let that little Roberto Duran start fucking peppering those eyebrows of yours. What's left of them. It just drives me crazy. Tony, you're on Run Fez.
Dave, you really are breaking the law. Do you understand that? That what you're doing is not even funny, and you're lucky that Ronnie finds you to be amusing and an asset to the show from the dumbness factor that you bring. If you were in corporate America, you would be fucking fired instantly with all the bullshit that you pull.
Well, the interesting thing is, this is a corporation. We signed fucking things about not harassing the fellow employees.
If Earl's inbox is up on the screen and I'm simply reading it, it's like seeing someone
and printing it out and then telling everybody the story later.
Dave.
Well, maybe printing it out was a bad idea.
No, here's the big difference.
And also color coding it with Earl in yellow and Jackie in orange.
Oh, you're an asshole.
It's all highlighted.
You are a fucking asshole.
No, but the thing that really makes me mad is the inbox is up, and then he specifically sought out the folder. That's where, even if the inbox is open, okay, that might be fair game, maybe.
Right.
But when you specifically seek out a folder.
He's going through your shit. And then like an idiot, leaving it up so when you come home later, you find it.
Oh, I just thought
you're the worst crook since Watergate.
You know what? I just thought of an alibi. Earl oftentimes, because he's too busy with the show, he'll have me open up his email and say, "Dave, could you open up
this
thing?"
I ask you.
From Wiki.
Right. And so how is it
there
different?
Updates to the things that, Wiki wants us to plug or whatever.
Well, maybe, yeah, but I could have, if my finger accidentally slips on Jackie's email, then...
You'd like your finger to slip on Jackie. You have no sex life, so you're all curious about everybody else. You fucking lace Irish. You ever hear that term, Fez?
Never.
It's because the Irish, in the old days, they would have lace curtains so they could peek out the fucking window, see what everybody's doing, going back and forth. And that's a fucking true statement, do you, Mick?
That sounds like a great idea, actually.
I grew up around those old ladies. They fucking want to know what everybody's doing at all times.
And he's such a crybaby. If you came in here and you had printed out an email, a personal email of his, he'd be calling the cops.
I know, like you fucking did with Mikey, you pussy. You call the cops on Mikey D for showing up at your house, and then, but this basically the same thing, getting involved in somebody's personal space. Now you're a laughing hyena about it.
Well, that was Mikey D's thug, remember, that I called the cops on, not Mikey D. I could handle him coming over.
It was Mikey you called on.
Yeah, and his thug. His big, huge Goomba thug that was going to rough me up and crack my head open.
Citizens arrest! Here's what my prayer is, and I'll literally say this prayer to Jesus. I'll leave here, I'll go to St. Patrick's and light a candle. That guy comes back to your house tonight and kills you.
Amen.
Really, I mean, I'm a practicing Catholic.
You're a practicing Snoop.
Scott, you're on Run Fez.
Oh, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Fucking Ralph Mouse. Fucking Happy Days.
Seriously, Donnie Most. It's like having Donnie Most go through your fucking computer.
He's our Donnie Least.
Give him a fucking two-piece.
I still got it.
But I'm obligated. I'm obligated. I gotta report this.
Report it.
I'm
Don't
obligated.
Report it.
Why would you report it? I offered you like donuts yesterday. Remember all those cookies and
those
stuff?
Those were left over from Stalker Patty's leftover food from 2 days ago. Oh. You're eating it. Something that fell out of her fucking snatch when she was doing that fucking dildo gimmick with O&A, and you're eating it like it's nothing.
They were tasty. I mean,
Jim, you're on Run Fez.
Dave.
Yeah,
reading people's emails, eavesdropping. What do you think you are, the U.S. government?
Seriously, you're on a terrorist alert over there?
I always wanted to be a Fed, you know, after I saw the X-Files.
Here is Don. Don, you're on Fez.
I get so excited when Dave fucks up because I'm really hoping that he can open up the email from Don Wicklund that says, Dave is fired. See ya.
I'm going to say right now, Wiki should fire you for what you've done today. And what you've really done since you've been in here.
And all he has to do is send the email to Earl.
Yeah.
To make sure that you get it, Dave.
I won't be getting it.
Joe, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, pal.
Hey, you guys need to get Jimmy Smits back in there. He's really good at replacing redheaded douches.
Hey, did Jimmy ever see this documentary that he was in? It would be interesting if he knew something about Puerto Rico. Seems like a nice guy, though, huh?
Oh, very nice guy.
You and him hit it off out there?
Yeah, he was very, very polite.
Big guy.
I didn't know he was that big.
Yeah, normally you meet actors and they're tiny and they're thin. He's a big, thick guy. Could have played ball.
Yeah, I know. He played a cop for a couple of years where he kind of had to bulk up, but I didn't know he was that tall.
Well, that was years ago, Earl. He could have lost that.
Like 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah,
that's gigantic for an actor. Normally they come in here and they can fit in your pocket. They're so tiny. Just the littlest little people.
I think Jeff Goldblum is like 6'6".
Well, why don't you call him? Maybe you and him could go out later for a fucking ice cream.
I hate
What's that got to do with? You hear me and Earl and Fez talking about Jeff Goldblum?
No, I'm just talking about tall actors.
Here's Jeff. Jeff, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
As painful as this is, I got to defend the redheaded idiot. If you'll go back and remember how painful it was listening to Earl screw up with those girls, Dave may be doing him a favor trying to prevent another Mitch Williams type situation. That was so painful listening to Earl.
All right, first of all,
anything to prevent that, I'm all about.
Bro, you broke my heart by bringing up Mitch Williams, and I'm going to try to move on from that, okay? Because I put that right up there with JFK getting killed. That was my where were you when fucking Mitch Williams decides to groove the fucking plate. But no one is saying you can't be there and try to help Earl. No one is saying you can't coach Earl and be a friend. What you can't do when Earl goes over because he's doing the company's work is to go into his computer, open up his Jack K file, and start snooping around, hoping to see the phrase, my balls in there somewhere, so you can embarrass him.
Just trying to push Earl into love. Just giving him love and companionship.
Why? Why do you care?
He needs it. He needs it, I think.
Earl, I'd be careful. Not only when you leave the room is he reading your emails, he may be sniffing your chair.
Oh.
So just be careful.
Should I leave a present?
If you must.
Here's Ronaldo. Ronaldo, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, buddies. How you doing today?
I love the name, my man. All my favorite soccer players have the term Ron in them, so we're all waiting.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
Now, you know, man, we had a guy up here in Chicago that went through some email files like that on an open computer. First of all, they're redheaded stupid. It's not a public computer because it's in a private company. And you can get fired for something like that. Just like being able to boil water would constitute you to bend that ugly bitch over you call a girlfriend, stupid.
Wow. Ronaldo, you may be my favorite caller. You know what? Ring the cowbell. You're going into the prize closet. You're going into the prize closet. You're a lucky winner.
Let's get him a DVD copy of the Boondock Saints Special Edition, which is in stores now thanks to Fox Home Video, and that is signed by Billy Connolly.
Look at that. He makes out like a bandit.
He shouldn't have.
Why?
I didn't understand the boiling water thing.
Well, anyone who's a chef gets to go down on your chick.
Oh.
So remember when you told us that story about the chef?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That fucker. Whatever.
What's wrong?
Do we have to keep bringing up the West Side
I didn't want
stuff?
to.
All right.
The West Side Highway, as she's known?
You,
Jesus Christ. And Pitts, don't laugh.
Yeah.
Why is Pitts laughing at this?
Well, I mean, people aren't laughing at you. They're laughing at your relationship. That's different.
Forget it.
It's not about you. But if you give that girl a cheese sandwich, you're going to get your nuts licked. All right. And that's not that's not a bad thing.
I get your nuts licked.
Jeremy, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
Really miss Dave Free Thursdays.
You know, we did have a Dave Freeze Thursday. I even got him in the fucking hole over there. And I brought Earl into the studio. Doesn't matter.
You still hear him?
Yeah, I know. The prick went and popped open a mic because he pissed Earl off. Earl, get a knife and stab him to death.
No, because Eddie
You get him
jury
a
would
knife
convict
and
me.
stab him to death, and I'll make sure you get your own channel.
How about this? I'll right now let Earl slap me in the face.
All right, come on over.
Completely
bro.
allowed.
Go ahead, slap him in his fucking face, Earl.
I'm not gonna.
Just fucking paintbrush that son of a bitch.
Earl, this is the one piece of XM property you're allowed to damage.
Then I say we're all even. He asked for it, Earl, not you. Light him up.
Come on.
You really want me to slap?
Yeah, go ahead.
And Earl, do it. Fucking take him.
As hard as you want. I don't care.
Because
I'll
if
take off
you
the
don't,
headphones.
you're gonna look like a pussy.
Is it would be like a comic book slap?
No, man.
No.
I want you to just fucking paintbrush him.
Slap him across his chops.
He's left-handed. Go ahead, move that mic, Earl. And you're gonna look like a pussy if you don't drop him to the floor. I know that. You really will.
I can't even remember the last person I slapped. I punched people. But
Well,
I never
just
slapped.
act like you got your boots dirty or something. Just slap him with a glove.
Like the French slap?
Yeah, no. I want you to just light him up. Light him up because he asked for it. And he said, Earl, I want you to slap my face.
All right, hold on.
And I want you to do it like you're swinging a bat, Earl, right from the hips.
Well, he's lucky my shoulder's stiff as a board.
Give yourself some distance there. Line it all up properly. Oh, that was nothing.
That hurt.
That was nothing.
Earl, you can do better than that.
Oh, you want me to do one more?
It's up to him.
Holy shit.
Dave,
Go
what do you
ahead.
want?
I'll do one more. That hurt, though.
It's supposed to hurt.
Well, look at the fingerprints are already on Dave's face. You know what? Because it's like hitting
Whoa.
snow. You didn't even hit him that hard. E-Rock, come on in and check it out for justification. Turn around and look at the full hand on his face right there. Look
I'm
at the fingers
suing.
down his neck.
I'll sue this black.
What did you just say?
I'll sue this black guy.
That's stupid.
Now
That's
really,
fucking
slap
stupid.
him hard.
Wow, I can't believe the way the finger have come up on
Go
him.
ahead, give me one more.
And everyone says I have big hands.
You do. You got
Yeah.
some big mitts.
Oh, my.
Big hands, you know you're the one.
He's shaking.
That fucking hurt. What? Yeah, that must have hurt.
That didn't hurt you.
It did hurt a little.
Oh,
Come on, Earl, swing that stick.
wait, should I have do the other side the match?
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Palm him right across the mitt.
Oh!
Turn around so I can watch the bruise come up. There it comes. Look
Stay
at
profile.
Look at it start to rise. Turn around. Let me get a look because it takes its time.
Stay profile to Ronnie.
Yeah. I cannot believe your skin. They're always going to know who murdered you.
Here it comes. It's starting to rise up.
It feels like it. And I got like the black juice all over me.
All
right.
Fucking racist.
He's intimidating me now.
You can see the palm print.
Let him choke you. See how long it takes to choke.
Doesn't choke yourself.
What?
I can't choke him. Then it's a crime.
I think we're even now.
Break his fucking
I'm
windpipe.
trying to give him girl tips.
I think we're even too.
I'm trying to give him girl tips. And
Do you
he gets
feel
to
like
punch
we're
me in
even,
the
Earl?
face.
Maybe.
If that's the case, I want you to go back through his computer again. You want him to kick you in the ribs?
No.
I'll let him kick me in the stomach.
Oh, you're the nicest guy ever because you could have really laid him out.
Hey, did you hear that?
I'd have put you right through that goddamn wall, and I kid you not.
No, I remember once when we were on NEW, they asked me to slap a girl's ass. I just wound up. And just,
Did you make her cry?
She almost jumped through the ceiling. That's how high in the air
Yeah.
she went. And she had this big handprint. It looked...
Looked like Dave's face. Just a big ass face with a handprint on it.
I just remember because she was almost as pale as Dave, and it was just this big red...
There's no such thing as almost as pale as Dave.
I am lit up. I mean,
Seriously.
the hands is still like my skin feels like it's reverberating.
You can still see this. Like,
I don't think it is.
No, it's not.
Just
Next time,
pulsing.
Earl, try to get a thumb in an eye while you're going across the face. Gouge something out there.
Like the
Put a
old
ring
Asian
on.
Spike.
Put a ring on.
Jesus Christ.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be back here. I think little Lene's hanging around, too.
Wait, hold on.
No, I'm not in any hurry.
No,
I'm not in any hurry, bro.
There's nobody in there.
I know. I'm sending them back in time. Hey, buddy.
Hoo-ah.
Is that coming back?
What the fuck's up with Earl? He never follows through on anything, whether it's business, whatever. Where's the summer of Earl? I want extreme games, Earl.
Whatever happened to that, Earl?
Extreme Week on the Ron and Fez show.
What happened to Extreme Week?
Well, I never got around to doing the Extreme Week.
He never
Yes.
follows through on anything.
You had an entire summer to put together a week of yourself doing extreme stuff, which I remember saying, I'd love to do it, buddies.
Rock climbing.
I'd love to climb rocks, buddies.
And Too Cute offered him, like, every single Friday night.
Too Cute offered. Why didn't you get around to that?
Come on, Earl.
No, I just never got around to it. I'm sorry.
He never gets around anything.
What were you doing?
Back then,
Well, I was here. I was doing stuff for the show.
What has possibly been done for the show that could beat Summer of Earl's Extreme Week?
You could have passed on everything to get Extreme Week put together.
Yeah.
No, I
what
just,
guest was so important?
I just didn't get around to it. I'm sorry.
Why didn't you get around to it? This was your chance to shine, to be XM Earl, and not WNEW Earl.
He was probably taking pictures of Central Park.
Yeah.
Okay, one more time, Dave, through that thick fucking red skull of yours. One last time. Who is out? Let me ask you a question, Dave. Who is out of here at 4:20 every day?
Who gets in here?
4:20?
Who is out of here the second they walk out the door?
You know he's sparking up if he's leaving at 4:20.
You're fucking nuts.
No,
I'm not even gonna,
no.
I'm not even,
No,
I am not going to dignify that insanity.
If we're gonna
and you get here 2.5 hours later than me. I was in here at 8:30 today. You got in here strolling in at 11:09.
No, that's not true.
Mr. 11:09.
No, that's okay. Again, you're lying again. I got here at 10:30.
Bullshit!
I was here at 10:30.
Then where were you?
I was in this room. You didn't hear me come in, but I was in this room.
He's quiet as a mouse.
That seems very likely story.
No, but I mean, but you're the one who's like, girl, I gotta go.
How many times does they even say that it doesn't matter about who stays in the office the longest?
No, I understand
it
that.
It doesn't matter.
Dave,
but gets here the first.
But Dave,
I agree.
But every time I want to sit down with you and show you something, like, Earl, I'm busy. I got stuff to do.
I have no idea what you're talking about. It's crazy.
Okay, Dave, run the show.
Oh!
Run the board. Run this board.
Here we go. I'll do it right now.
And he's off.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Earl.
Come on in, buddy. So, you're going to put him in charge today?
Yeah, have him run the show in there.
Yeah.
See, I want to see how much he's learned.
What are you watching for? What are you watching to see today?
Dead air.
Dead air.
Because he's got to be concerned with the guys in D.C. They got to...
Right.
There's got to be some communication.
So you're not going to help him at all.
I'm not
He's
going
on
to
his
do a damn
own.
thing.
All right, Dave, how you feeling about it?
I feel fantastic about this. This is so great. And by the way, he never offered to show me any of this shit. By the way,
that's not true either. Every time I said, hey,
when
Dave,
we go to
start
break,
the show
you'll
today.
see how
Just
good
to
I
learn
run it
piece
because
by piece.
Earl, you've never told me how to time out anything or do anything. You hate to be out of this chair, and that's the fucking truth. That's why you never want to show me anything, because you love to be boxed into this little fucking
Dave, how many
weird
times,
tummy hole.
Dave, how many times did I ask you, Dave, start the show?
What?
How many times?
How many times?
And every time I do it.
I said, hey, Dave, kick off the show. Nah, I got to get stuff for it. I got to do this.
Because I do. Because I have fucking stories I have to grab in audio or whatever bullshit I have to do. But Earl.
Bullshit.
No, not bullshit. Bad choice of words. But the whole point is that fucking Earl, whenever you ask me to do something, I do it.
But that is not true. That is totally not true.
You're crazy. And he comes in at 11 o'clock, and then he has 50 things for me to do while I'm trying to do 25. And I say, Earl, I can't do this shit. Why don't you come in earlier and tell me what to do at 9 o'clock when I get here?
No, Dave, those are more questions than anything else. I'm like, Dave, do we have this? Earl, I'm busy. It's a question, Dave.
No. You tell me, Dave, I need you to get this right now. Dave,
can
you fucking
it is always
staple
more
my
questions
papers.
than orders.
Stapling your papers? Why would I have to staple your papers?
Dave, you sound like a crazy man now.
Oh, God.
You were totally a crazy man now.
They switched places, and then Dave went nuts in that chair.
I love it.
I would love to go sit in that chair and just see if it makes me a maniac.
Well, it's very
Stay in your own
claustrophobic
crazy
in
chair. All right, calm down, both of you.
I'm fine.
All you're looking for now
No fuck-ups.
is no fuck-ups, no
Zero.
dead air. What else? Dead air's the
Zero.
main thing? Yeah. 0 fuck-ups. Dave, can you hold this thing together without dead air today?
Well, I mean, there could be a couple moments, but look.
No, there shouldn't be any. You've worked here with us for how long?
All right, since January,
How many months?
February.
All right, so it's like 7-8 months. Yeah, we're behind the, you're the new guy, you need to be shown things.
I
That's
know.
all in the past.
I hear you.
Look at that, the rearview mirror, because that's fucking left. That's back in town.
I got
We're
it.
fucking 80 west right now.
I understand now. And
Fez, what's on the pad data?
Earl's a pussy.
All right, Earl, that doesn't belong on there, does it?
So he's staying on top of that.
Nah, no fuck-ups, Dave. 0.
I like the
You got it,
attitude that
Captain. You got it, Captain.
0.
Because God knows you never fuck up a lot, huh? On this fucking board. God knows there wasn't 16 seconds of dead air last Thursday, as reported by some people
Yes,
from the
because-
Open Anthony staff.
Well, because someone...
God knows you never fuck up,
No.
Captain.
Where did that come from?
Yes, and that fuck-up was...
Southern and odd.
Wait, I'll explain what happened.
Yeah,
I had to run
I don't even know about this.
I had to launch the show from in here. So
Yeah.
you have to bring up the pot in the producer studio,
No,
right?
that was Friday.
Yeah. that was-
Yeah, well, he says Thursday, the 16 seconds of dead air.
No, he's got his days mixed up. Whatever
Okay.
day it was.
Friday.
I bring up the pot in there. I run in here. And I explained it to Fez what was going on. I was like, hey, we have to start the show in here. We have this problem.
This wasn't that time.
I never listened to you. Yeah, but you're right. You did.
And I did.
On
and I start
Friday.
the show in here. Someone in there turns the button off.
Someone meaning Dave. Who else is going to be in there?
Wasn't me.
I don't know who it was, but the button was
Who
off.
else could
I
it be
launched the
besides
show in
Dave?
here.
There's no one else in there.
There's a lot of people running in and out.
Who?
There's a lot of people
I'm
running in and
sitting
out.
here. I see this room. There's not a lot of people running out. Name one.
No, right before the show starts,
Who?
there's in a lot of the interns were here running in and out, and maybe they hit it by accident. I
Who
know
else?
for a fact. Maybe
You have a fucking clue who you think did it. If not you.
I don't. I think maybe it wasn't someone from our staff. I can't remember.
Hey, Dennis. Dennis Sherman and Fez.
Yeah, if Earl's so religious, how come he's always saying fuck all the time? I don't get that.
Why can't you say fucking be religious?
It doesn't say that in the Bible.
Who's the one who taught us to fuck? Who made us fuck? God. No one else came up with it. You don't think we would have done it without the urge? Believe me, if you didn't have this fucking urge, you would never fucking bump uglies. It would be the last thing on your mind. Oh, you curse a lot? I didn't even notice.
Only when I'm really, really angry.
Yeah.
But going back to that,
Yeah.
by the time I figured out what was going on and I ran back in here, 16 seconds went by, and I had to launch the show anyway. It's like, you know what? We were dead for 16 seconds.
Let me tell you something, Earl. I've never thought you've had a problem with the physical running of the show. The show is crisp. The commercials are always crisp. I don't know what the hell Dave's talking about with that. My stuff is normally, when you fall back into the person that we call WNEW, Earl. That's the only problems you ever have.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not perfect, and I'm working on it. And I'm trying to. I'm growing into this thing.
You're doing wonderful. What we need, though, Earl, have you done your best with this show?
I pretty much have done my best. I could do better.
Mhm.
I could definitely do better.
You can do better than your best.
I mean, there's areas I definitely need improvement
You
in.
know what the biggest area is, right? And that is staff. The way you run your staff. That's the problem. There's a lack of respect. You guys are yelling at each other.
I mean, you know me.
Suppose I was yelling at Tappy all the time. I wasn't fucking comfortable with what he was doing.
Don't.
Or if somehow he felt like I was putting him down.
I mean, I'm not one of these yeller and screamers and, total ass.
What are you, out of your mind?
No,
I
man.
heard you sounded like a maniac today.
No,
You
I
wait.
mean, but only when I'm like completely
When you get
lied
caught?
to or.
Yeah.
But when I get angry, of course. But I'm not one of those guys that even when a screw up happens, I'll be like, okay, we gotta let it go. We move forward, learn from it. I'm not one of those yelling screamer guys. I mean, should we bond more? Probably, but I mean, every time he wants to bond, it's just a completely inappropriate time and conversation.
Good point.
That makes no sense.
You're not going to help him today, right? He's on his own for the next 2 hours. I like the angle.
No,
Leave him out there. This is a test run. Let's see what the tough guy has. All right, we're going to go into break now. Hey, Mark. Mark, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey, guys. Do you mind giving us some Black Earl music before you go to break?
Absolutely. It's the Ron and Fez show.
Alrighty. Coming right up. A little Black Earl music. And, he doesn't always keep this folder in a good place. Okay, we're going to play something right here for you.
I was born and raised in New York City, in a housing project way up in the hood. I dressed in dark clothing, so folks started calling me Black Earl. Oh, and they used to laugh about it, cause deep down they knew they called me that, cause I was as black as soot. I've always been a lazy man, a couch potato with a clicker in my hand. See, motivation I never had, hid in the shadows when the boss got mad. For 20 years I never got a raise. I'm 33 and I never been late. I look busy but I'm not, I'm just walking around. I pick up some papers and I put them back down. One day I'm gonna stop paying my rent, live in a refrigerator box, never get out of bed. I'm Black Earl, a genuine lazy bum. I'll always make it through hard times at any Then one day some lame brains came and took O&A away. And at the age of 33, I felt like I was carrying the weight of the whole station on my shoulders. And Ron and Fezzy knew what I was going through. Every morning I'd unlock the door, lay down and I'd sleep a little more. Then I put away the bathroom key. Everybody was depending on me. I eat a chicken wing with lemonade. Lord, give me strength to make another day. Times I felt I couldn't go on. Push a button, throw a switch, answer the phone. Got lost in the van, I did my PSAs. 10 minutes work, gonna take me all day. I'm Black Earl, a genuine lazy bum. I'll always make it through hard times at any W. I could hear Scotso say, Black Earl, you're a genuine lazy bum. You'll always make it through hard times at any W. Ken and Jeremy say, Black Earl, you're a genuine lazy bum. You'll always...
Ron and Fez, XM 202.
Bring it down a little bit, Dave. Thank you. Ron and Fez show.
Louder, Ronnie.
And then, you fade. You don't drop it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My fade hand was a little too quick.
Well, first of all, not quick enough. And then second of all, too fast.
Yeah.
With all the volume and controls in here, Ronnie shouldn't have to shout.
Well, even when I did, I couldn't be heard. Here's John. John, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you, buddy?
Hey, boys. Good morning. How y'all doing?
Good.
Hey, Dave just fucked up the whole intro. There were 3 different songs that were played, cut off, and then came back again. You see, Ron? You see, Fez? This is how it goes.
Wait a minute. What's
Shit rolls downhill, not up.
That's
it's
true.
Dave's fault. It is Dave's fault. Dave just wants to sit in Earl's seat. Earl, if you're listening, I get the same crap from my bosses.
Yeah.
My staff does not do as I ask them to do and blame me.
True, that's a good point. Now, what 3 songs were starting there, Dave?
No idea what the man's talking about.
All of a sudden, now you don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it didn't come through any of our headphones, so maybe you're having some sort of schizophrenic experience.
Right,
Hey,
Dave?
Ron, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Here's the question for you. When you ask somebody what happened, what is the first word they don't? What is the first words they say? I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, it's always a fucking confusion. Land of confusion. All right.
Thank you, boys. Y'all have a good day.
See you later.
And send Dave outside to get somebody some water.
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much. That's his main thing. Oh.
I noticed Earl didn't do my job. Actually, Pitts had to do it.
Earl isn't not going to. Earl, it's like Earl's not here today.
Oh, okay. All right.
Earl is just you know what he's like as a fan who comes in and gets to watch the show.
Oh, nice.
Although it looked like you were a nervous break during that break, Earl.
Yeah, I mean, I can't shut the mechanism down. Like, where you're like, okay, is the break going to run on time? I can't shut that on and off.
Hey, Joe, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Dave, you're a big fuck up, man. You fucked up the intro. Somebody better put fucking Earl back in there, because, Dave, you just suck. You're just a big pussy. You're always ragging on Earl. When it's your fucking fault, you're always busting on Earl. Earl, I'd just pop him in the mouth and get it over with, buddy.
All right, thank you very much. Boy.
You know, I love it. It's great being in here. I love this room.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Air conditioning's working in here.
Everything's working.
Feel like a fucking headliner now, don't you?
No, it's just like this.
It's like living like Jackie Gleason in here. Hey, Matt, you're on Run of Fez.
What's going on, buddies?
Hey, pal.
Hey, guys, I hate to say it, but Dave, I've always liked you, man, but at the start, coming back from break there, I went to dead air 3 different times for a couple of short seconds there. Started out with one sound effect saying something, a quote or something. And
that wasn't me, though. That was the DC. The commercials were not run smoothly.
Oh, Earl, this never happens with you, right? Where suddenly DC fucks up during the show?
No, it never happens.
Or puts in a sound effect?
No, I mean, all the effects run out of here.
There's a first time for everything, though.
What do you...
Dave, just do the job at Earl's level.
Okay.
Do the job at Earl's level.
That's what you're going to prove today, Dave, remember?
I'm proving it.
Are you?
We came back guns blazing, ready to go.
Yeah, Ron couldn't hear himself. That's why the guns blazing my ass.
That's the way I do it.
What's wrong?
That's my style.
No, when the host can't hear himself?
Well, in all fairness, the audience couldn't hear me either. So it really doesn't matter. Ba 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 ba.
It was like Ron and Fez show. XM.
That is our man.
Can I ask Earl a question real quick? Because your folder mechanism is insane. Can you just tell me where you put the sweepers, just real quick?
It's really your thing.
Okay.
You cannot blame Earl for that.
And again, I told him all this. He asked me to write it out.
Sure.
I wrote it out. I wrote out a show, how I run the show, almost to the letter. He asked me for it in writing.
Your sweepers aren't where they were last time. They're
well,
not.
Here's what I'm wondering.
That's not true. I told you where they were.
You know that pirate movie was so big this summer?
Right.
What if retards were in that pirate movie?
Ooh.
I think it would go something just like this.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. There's a little, Dillette's a little slow right now. A little hot in here. It's coming up. Oh, boy.
Let's turn off that fan, Dave.
That wasn't it, apparently. And we're going to get something here. Okay. Oh, I know exactly where it is. Coming up. Coming up. Yep. All right, here we go. Hope everyone's ready for a fun little time.
They were the scourge of the 7 seas. They were brutal. They were terrorizing. They were retarded. Ahoy, matey! Join the adventure with Retard Pirates of the Caribbean, Dumb Man's Chest.
Raise our pirate flag!
Arr, what's wrong with the Jolly Roger?
That's not the Jolly Roger, matey. That's the retarded Roger.
Aye, that explains why the skull has a bowl haircut.
Retarded Pirates of the Caribbean. Dumb man's chest. Retarded danger lies ahead.
Arr, Captain, we're ready to make the prisoner walk the plank.
No, stop! He can't go into the water. He forgot his swimmies. Safety first, everyone. All you pirates, you put on your life jackets now.
The retard Pirates of the Caribbean. Prepare to be pillaged, plundered, and drooled on.
Hey, look, everybody. I got me a new peg leg.
Aye, that's not a peg leg there, Captain. You got your dick out again.
I like rubbing my peg leg.
Careful there, Captain.
Avast, these slobs. What happened?
The captain was jerking off with his hook hand again.
It's bleeding.
Discover riches beyond belief in retard Pirates of the Caribbean. Dumb man's chest.
Guess what, pirates? I buried my treasure.
Oh, no.
What's wrong? Pirates are supposed to bury treasure.
Treasure's the name of his kid.
Retard Pirates of the Caribbean. Dumb man's chest. This summer, we're all cursed.
Treasure! Where are you?
All right, we got to give him credit for that. That was unbelievably smooth.
Not as quick as I could have been, I know.
No, I thought it was right there.
Lightning on the keyboard and the mouse.
Yeah. Hey, Fez Watley back in today. Fez, how are you?
Good, buddy.
You feel all right? His mic sounds way different to mine. We had gigantic mic problems on Friday too, where large pockets of the XM Nation either couldn't hear me or the callers. So, does that sound okay to you, Earl?
How does it sound, Earl? Oh, it sounds awful to me.
Yeah, you sound very tinny.
Yeah.
You sound okay. Just need to juice you up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Juice me up a bit.
Then you go ahead and do that.
I think he's trying to come on to me.
You know, I wonder why, like, when I watch Letterman, I never see him going, what's wrong with these cameras? How come the cameras aren't set up properly?
Is Paul Schaefer's mic off?
You no one ever asked the host of TV to start directing the TV show as it's going on. These are questions I'm talking to you about, Earl.
No, I mean, again, it was just a situation that, we were just trying to do a lot of things at once, trying to make sure everything worked okay. And
what did you try to make sure worked okay?
Make sure that the hookups were right as far as, being connected to the proper studio.
There was no replay, right? You knew that.
Actually, this room was live. This room, they were running the replay out of this room, so we couldn't do a lot of
instant replay, you idiot.
Oh, the instant replay. I'm sorry. We were trying to find connector cables to make sure that worked okay. All right.
And yet, no one brought that up until 5 minutes before the show when I said it, and then everyone went and got connector cables. So I don't know what would have happened.
That was brought up to me when I walked in, and that was a situation. Again, we were trying to rectify.
You know what you ought to get is one of those clipboards that has everything that you need to do, and then as you accomplish each thing, you could check it off.
Yes, I was attempting to do that, but it didn't work out.
What were you attempting to do? Go to Best Buy, pick up some stuff? What were you? How did the attempts go awry?
No, I mean, things were assumed that were wrong.
Yeah, but if you had the clipboard, you'd be able to go, okay, do I have an instant replay? Do I have computers for Fez? And then you click them off one at a time.
Yes, you're correct.
I should have told you about this before, shouldn't I have?
No, not at all. I mean, this is something I should have been very well aware of. And again, that was things I was trying to rectify before the show. I was like, okay, these are the things that they need. And again, it was just getting completely sidetracked.
The one piece of equipment he knows works is the snack machine. That is working perfectly.
I came in here today and I saw everyone in a blind panic. Literally in a panic. Like you did not know that Wiki had this, was doing this build-out with the other studio for a long time.
No, I was very well aware of it, but again, just things kind of went crazy.
Why would they go crazy? You've had a month.
I can understand how that whole show open thing catches you off guard after almost 2 years.
Yeah, how did that grab you where we do the exact opposite show opening?
That'll sneak up on you.
Earl?
Well, again, I was like, okay, let me load the show opening, but there were matters that were supposedly more pressing that I had to absolutely take care of at that moment. Even though
More pressing than the start of the show.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said.
Who are you saying this to? Who are these people? Is it God?
Oh, Lord.
Who could pull you away from your job?
Again, I was told, I was like, they need your attention. It has to be done right now.
Who is they? I want some specific names, Earl.
Well, Dave. Dave was saying this has to be done right now. This has to be taken care of.
What was it that Dave couldn't do?
Honestly, I don't know. He was like, you need to talk to the guys. We are in a problem with the instant replays. And I went, well, I have to take care of this now. Mm-hmm. And he was like, this can wait. I
didn't see you in here working on the replay.
Well, I was trying to grab one of the engineers just to see what the situation was.
So right now, if you had to put the blame on anybody, it would be Dave?
Well, specifically for the opener, yes, that would be Dave.
Okay. Hey, Matt, whoops. Let's see where... Matt, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, Miss Pre-Employed Earl.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I just wanted to say everything sounds fine on the air. It's coming through fine.
All right, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate it. Here's Paul. Paul, you're on Ron Fez.
1867, buddy.
Yeah, what do you say, pal?
Hey, I mean, I like Earl and everything, but if there was a place kicker in the NFL and he just attempted to do his job and not do it, he wouldn't have one. So how does Earl... Hold
on. What if that place kicker was the only black guy on the team?
I guess you'd have to keep him. Good
Perfect.
Good.
All right, 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Here is Peter. Peter, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, you're the best. Fez, good to hear you back, buddy.
Thanks, pal.
Ronnie, at this point, this is just making you look bad. This kid's a fuck-up.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to get rid of him.
Yeah, but here's the other point, too. It's karma. I've lived a horrible life, and this is my punishment. As a matter of fact, I have the feeling I've been dead for 10 years. If I had to guess, I'm like Tim Robbins in whatever that crazy post-Vietnam movie was. And I've been dead for 10 years, and this is my punishment. Here is Richard. Richard, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie, what's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, maybe I don't pay close enough attention to this show, but I thought Earl was Dave's boss. And now you've got Dave telling Earl what to do? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, it would be very hard for me to understand what it's like to have one of your subordinates stop you from doing your job because they were making a mess. Wouldn't you be yelling at those guys, Earl, and straightening them out?
Yes, under normal circumstances, yes. But when I'm being told, he's like, you need to talk to the guys immediately. I mean, it has to be taken care of.
Then, Earl, will you do something about this Dave situation? Is it time for a suspension? Do we cancel the wedding?
Do we stop this power trip he's on?
Do you feel like Dave really isn't working out here?
Well, I mean, as far as the wedding, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the situation is with this wedding. I really don't.
What do you mean you don't know what the situation is? You're the executive producer.
No, well, let me rephrase that. I'm just saying, as far as the wedding, I mean, I wouldn't cancel the wedding. Not yet, but,
is shit going to roll downhill? Are you going to get your staff together?
Yes, I will.
And what are you going to do about it? Is somebody's ass going to be either fired or suspended for today? That the little shit studio wasn't set up. By the way, I don't know how the folks in Frank's place do it.
No.
This is like the old 1950s, how many people you fit into a phone booth. And for anybody under the age of 25, a phone booth is a place that you used to have to go before cell phones. I don't know why, but Superman would change there. What are you going to do to him, Earl?
We're going to have a nice long talk after the show.
Why a long talk? Why can't you make a move?
It's not a matter of making a move. It's just there's some things I just want to say and things that need to be addressed, and I'll address them after the show.
Earl, who puts together the openings for you?
Pepper.
So all you had to do was hit play. That was the only responsibility you had left, right?
Yes, but we had it in a different format. Usually you have an audio format and a WAV format. We had it in a WAV format, and I was going to load it through the WAV format, and that's when I got sidetracked, and then we couldn't get
By who?
By Dave.
What did Dave want again?
He just told me that I needed to speak to them immediately.
To who?
To you and Fez.
So you didn't speak to us immediately. You talked to us 5 minutes before the show started.
Long before it was time for you to push that one button, George Jetson.
Wave. So that was 5 minutes before, right?
Yes.
And plus, as the executive producer of the show, don't you want to talk to the host every day before the show?
Oh, of course.
He's shy.
Were you not going to then if Dave didn't come in?
No, I had every intention of doing that. But again, there was just so many things going on. It wasn't no disrespect to you guys at all. But again, there was a lot going on. And
what happened in the 5 minutes that you had since you came slinking in here, staring at your shoes and shallow breathing, and the start of the show? What happened then?
Again, I didn't mean it that way. I was just, again, there was so many things going on, and I had to take care of so many things before the show started, and I wasn't in a panic. I was just concerned.
But what happened in the 5 minutes that you had to hit the play button?
Again, we were having some trouble loading one of the CDs, and that was a problem I was trying to take care of. I was like, okay, why is this thing not loading properly?
So that seems far away from the Dave problem, though.
Yes, but I was in the midst of taking care of that. That's when I got called.
What is he talking about, Fez?
I don't know. Apparently he was trying to load a CD into Dave, and that's where the problems all started.
Here is, let me go to Brian. Brian, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
Hey, in this day and age, you have Lily is a Muslim, is she not?
Yes, she is.
Well, I think, aren't they, Lily and Earl, kind of interchangeable on the equal opportunity scale now? Couldn't you drop Earl and still be okay because you employ Lily?
Very good question. Earl, would you be willing to step down for Lily?
No, I would not be willing to step down for Lily. Not at all.
Would you be willing to get rid of Dave for Lily?
Dave for Lily? That's very intriguing. That's a very, very good proposition, but that's the one I have to think about.
You can't think. You got to go. We're on the air now. I can't tell people, please check back in here 7 hours from now for the rest of the show.
If I had to swap out Dave for Lily, I would say no.
Dave for Pepper?
Dave for Pepper? Yeah, I would swap out Pepper for Dave.
So why aren't you doing that if you're the executive producer? Why aren't you trying to put together the best team possible for Ron and Fez?
No, I will. I mean, it's not something that, it's something I would do in a heartbeat and then would do, but I got to go through proper channels.
So is that what you're planning on doing?
Yes, there's something I'm definitely want to do.
You're going to put the paperwork in motion to get rid of Dave.
Yeah.
And bring in Pepper Hicks.
Well, good news for you, Pepper Hicks. Congratulations. As soon as the paperwork goes through, you're in.
There's been a case study done, apparently, and now the paperwork's being filed.
This is what I always wanted, guys.
Sure. Hey, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Personally, I feel like you've been shanghaied.
Hope you don't get caught up in all that red tape for Earl's paperwork filing.
Here is Bill. Bill, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, let me get this straight, Ron. You were there 5 minutes before the show.
Yeah, I really was today because I caught a cab.
Did you just know that Earl was going to fuck up? Or?
Well, I knew that I knew Fez was coming back, so I knew I'd be seeing pie-eyed. And then also I knew that we were in this other shit studio, Frank's place, as they call it.
Frank should have a bigger place.
Frank's actual coffin is bigger than this. Steve just came by and is laughing at us. It really is. It really feels like play radio. Like it's not real radio.
Yeah, we got an old refrigerator box, and we're pretending that's our radio studio.
Here's Ron. Ron, you're on the Fez.
Yeah, do you ever get tired of taking 30 minutes out of every day to explain to Earl what he's not doing?
I think it's the funny thing is it's far more because you're not listening off the air. Off the air, it's even worse. And then we have to go. Wiki has this conversation with him. Elo would, but Earl hides from him.
I don't call it hiding.
What would you call it, Earl?
Hiding.
Witness protection.
Who is your dream team right now? Tell me the truth. Are you now? You tell me on the air that you're going to try to replace Hicks with Dave. And what a better time for Dave to get fired. It's just as he's getting married. But when is this all taking place? Or is this just something you say on the air to deflect responsibility for yourself?
Oh, I mean, it's something that will happen after the show today. I'll make a phone call. I'll shoot an email. This thing is going to happen.
Good. And it's going to happen. Why? Because he asked you a question before the show? What are your reasons going to be?
I mean, honestly, there's a lot of reasons. I'm like, sometimes I always try to tell him, I'm like, it's like, Dave, you're part of the show too. Sometimes I need help too. Sometimes
Right.
I need to,
So when are you writing out the email? When can we expect the email before you send it to Wiki?
After the show.
I want it before. I want you to be able. Why don't you switch out with Pepper right now, and then you write up the email, the actual email that you're going to send to Wiki.
I want the subject heading to be, "My God, I'm only one man."
I'm fucking serious about this, Earl. I really want you to do it, and I want to be able to read the email, okay?
All right.
All right, so switch out. I think 15 minutes is enough time to put the email together. Does that sound like enough for you?
Yeah, that's enough time for me.
All right, so 15 minutes from right now. Now, I won't be able to tell because I don't have a clock in here. In the year 2007, my show has not mastered time. So I just feel like I'm going to have to guess 15 minutes from now. So, Hicks, this is exciting news for you. Best of luck.
This is fucking great.
Yeah, I know. What was the opening going to be today?
High fidelity into 13th floor elevators.
The kid's always thinking.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have heard that.
Sure. Here's Rocky. Rocky, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, I just want to know if Earl publicly apologized to O&A yet.
Right now, Earl is firing Dave as we speak. It's I'm going to make him send this out, too. This is going to be the boy who cried wolf. I am going to teach Earl a lesson by getting Dave fired today. That's my new management style.
Earl right now is writing up an email that he's going to send off to his supervisor, Wiki, complaining that it's time for Dave to go. An official email that'll end up in Dave's files.
Johnny, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, boys. How are you? I was thinking of coming by today, but since you're in the other closet, I don't think I could fit with you.
You are always welcome. What we could do is run a cord out to you as you stand in the street.
I like that. I mean, that's probably going to have to do it. I got to tell you, the show that's going to be broadcasting out of that studio from 6 to 10 on the Boneyard, that guy's not going to be happy. He's never happy anyway.
Well, I just looked at the capacity that the fire department set up here. It's 2. So only 2 people before they'll come in and shut us down. Who's the Boneyard got tonight? I hope
Trunk.
Yeah, but I hope that Trunk has on his show some band. So like 9 of them have to force their way into here.
I mean, him and his head alone.
Yeah.
That's going to be a bad scene. So
that's ego, really.
Am I canceling this wedding now or something?
If Dave is fired, we're going to have to cancel the wedding.
Well, we can just do a regular show then.
Yeah.
And everyone gets some free appetizers.
Well, really, what I would like to have is just the space. So just to do a regular show off your stage would be great. I'm guessing we've got about another 6-7 minutes before Earl comes in here and lets us read the email that he's sending out to Don Wiki Wicklund. This is going to send a shock through XM programming since they just sunk a lot of money into Dave's wedding.
Yeah, and just a few days before it's to be held at the Hard Rock, Dave could be out.
Jeff, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey, I tell you what, Dave gets fired, the show's dead to me. You're firing the wrong person. You need to get rid of Fez.
Why don't we do this, Jeff? When we fire, why would we get rid of Fez?
Because Fez don't like showing up to work. Something's always going on with him.
All right, what if we do this? If we fire Dave, why don't you show up here, a one-man protest, and run over your XM radio in a truck out front?
Sure will.
Yeah.
See ya.
All right, take care.
Person.
So there you have it. The backlash has started against us where basically Fez and I are becoming the most hated men in radio. We will stand. This may be a situation for the PAC. If I look out there and I see one person breaking a radio, I might panic. I might panic and call Dave back in. I don't know at this point.
Well, this could be the first time someone has been fired for asking questions. So we'll see exactly what happens here.
So you're saying he doesn't deserve to be fired?
No, I say no.
Oh, I disagree. I mean, you cannot, before the show, pull the show down by bringing up things that don't matter. You can't be, you're saying it's okay to ask questions. I'm not going to let the interns come in and ask me questions now while I'm on the air. Well, Earl was in the hot seat.
I can understand that, but I think all responsibility eventually flows to Earl.
Here's Tom. Tom, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
You know that theory about the ripple effect of a butterfly's wing?
Causing a hurricane on the other side of the earth?
Exactly. Can you imagine how different life would have been if Earl had just pushed that button and played the opening?
I honestly think that the Iraq War would have turned around for us. I think enough things would have been put into play that maybe we'd be finding peace in the Middle East right now. Jeremy, you're on Run of Fez.
What's up, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Hey, if they shit can that dumb redheaded fuck, I think the rider should step back in.
You know, we have not seen the rider in some time. I'd love to see the rider show up at the wedding. Who knows, though? Who knows? Maybe there won't be a wedding. The butterfly effect is in effect right now. Here's Fake Riley. How are you?
What's up, buddies? Hey, why don't all the interns and Dave, why don't they band together and demand that Earl gets run off? They strengthen numbers.
Well, the last intern revolution did not go on to day 2. That's the problem with the intern revolution. They don't stick with it.
And we are about 3 minutes now from Earl having his email completed.
Rob, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, I would fire Earl because that's his job to keep everything coordinated. That's not Eastside Dave's job.
Well, when Dave is fired, I suggest that you show up here outside of XM, run over your radio with a truck, and we'll fold like an omelet. That's my prediction. I wouldn't mind getting Deb on this. Letting her do a little something. I haven't seen her on TV lately. I'd like to see her sitting on Nightline going, how can Dave, by asking a question, bring down the show? And apparently you got Fez on your side now.
There'd be some sort of ginger help coming in.
T-Bone, you're on the Run of Fez show.
2-minute warning, Ronnie. 2-minute warning, and that idiot has to be back with the email.
2 minutes before we get to read the email, and I'm going to make this. I'm going to honestly make him send it to Wiki in care of Elo that he is asking for regime change. I love it.
Wiki doesn't even know this is coming. He thinks he's having a normal business day.
I love the fact that Earl's. This should be a normal business day for Wiki. He should be sitting there backing up one of his producers. Earl has the right to put together the team that he needs to make this little closet radio show a success. I love it back here. It's comfy. It's cozy. I feel like by the time we come out of here, out of this cocoon, we will be butterflies. In fact, that's going to be... We came in here as a couple of caterpillars. We're leaving as beautiful butterflies. That's the butterfly effect.
Just to spread our wings.
Mike, you're on Run of Fez.
I just got on Whack Bag.
Yeah.
It says Dave fired. I'm going to punch my in and put it on YouTube.
Just let's see how this all plays out. No one panic. I'm willing to offer people a month free if we fire Dave. Give us a chance. You haven't heard the new show. Rick, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, listen, I am so tired of cop-out Earl and his bullshit whining, poisoning my ears. You need a real producer in there. Get Bernie McGurk.
You know what? First of all, give Earl the opportunity. I see Earl hanging out front. Bring him in to me, will you, Nico? Bring me Earl. Yes, you can't hear me at all, can you? So the guy who's standing outside that's going to be my runner can't hear the show. Earl, do you have your letter?
Yes, I do.
And will this be sent out?
Yes, it will.
Have you sent it yet?
No, I haven't, because I just wanted to make sure I was cool with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
As I always do, I check everything with you.
All right, here we go. Don, I would like to recommend that we replace David Macdonald with Pepper Hicks, effective immediately. Since coming aboard as an intern, Pepper has brought a great passion and energy to the show. He's constantly coming in with ideas that have worked for the show on and off the air. I don't need ideas off the air, so I would probably correct at one point. As a matter of fact, he's decided that Ron should make some changes at home.
Sounds like he has lunch ideas.
And he's willing to give us his time, no matter how long, to any project. Dave has been terrific on air, but has lacked the administrative skills that are needed to make the show go to the next level. If you'd like to discuss this at length, please feel free to call me Love Earl. Let me just point this out, Earl. You never want to write Love Earl in a business email. All right, Fez, you got any problems with this?
Well, I think one problem is when you're trying to get rid of somebody, why call them terrific at one point during the email?
Well, he's being honest. He said he's terrific on air.
Yeah.
You know, as a character, personally, I think he's derailed the show with Wedding Talk. Derailed the show with Wedding Talk. And you know where I got that?
Where?
Milkman Dan, he IM'd me the other night. I believe drunk, to let me know that we've lost the hardcore whack bag people.
No, I just thought it was a very short to the point. I mean, I didn't want to...
Although he's good at one part of his job, he's not able to do the full job.
Yeah, because I didn't want to make it look like, I'm being vindictive or just, making it really personal.
Right.
I'm being professional.
You know what I love, too? You never use the term whitey at any point. I think if you would have said cracker or whitey, this would have made it look like it was personal.
Yeah, that would have taken that letter into a different direction.
My dearest Don, as summer rolls across the country, I find myself writing you in the dearest of straits. Pepper, this okay with you? Can you hear us, Pepper? Because we got people in the other room, and we really don't even know.
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
But I also would like him to use my real name and not Pepper Hicks.
This is your real name now, son.
Oh, okay.
The odd thing is the guy, and I hate your name, by the way, but you got the name by the guy who's getting fired so you can have his job.
This is great. I love it.
And Pepper is your guy, not Lily? Lily, who's been here longer? Lily hasn't done shit, has she?
She was a great help with the Big Ass Bash.
Yeah.
But, Pepper has just been on fire.
Why don't you write in that you would have chose Lily, but in your view, she's a cock tease.
I don't think that would have gone over very well.
All right, I got a problem right now already. The PAC is calling the show. Everybody be very careful around this. Hello, Deb.
Hello.
Yes.
I was wondering,
First of all,
am I gonna start up a new Save Dave campaign again?
The last time that happened, I got to see some topless women, which I like very much. Yeah, maybe if FBA would just roll out a bunch of topless women, or bottomless, maybe then I'd be willing to go over Earl's head on this. I don't know.
I gotta wonder though. Earl's not really using very good team building techniques here. If he doesn't get his way, where does it leave the team?
Yeah, if you don't succeed, your team is in shambles, Earl.
Well, I look at it as, you know what? If you can't,
you don't feel like this is knee jerk, just to protect yourself for when you were getting in trouble at the start of the show.
No, I'm just explaining what happened. I'm just explaining the situation. I'm trying to make the situation better, and I kept getting cut off at the knees.
How can they work together after this?
But HCG, for once, can't you back up the black point of view? Just once, can't the PAC get behind black people?
Where's the black point of view?
Earl.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
And why don't you get rid of Dave?
Who couldn't be further than black than snow.
That's why I was confused.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. For once, let's see the PAC get behind Earl.
Well, I can't get behind Earl if he's trying to fire Dave.
Yeah. I see.
I think you got a knee-jerk reaction here. Earl,
Why don't you do
really
this?
got to be careful.
Why don't you and Pat from Menaki run over a couple XM radios and we'll panic and we'll drop this thing.
That should settle it.
All right?
Maybe there's something else we can run over.
You know what? I would do this. Get that FBA skin coming my way. And maybe then, I'll start and change my mind. I don't know what else to do. I do not know what else to do.
All right, well, we'll have the Save Dave campaign up and running this afternoon.
I'm worried the writer's going to end up marrying Casey, and I think that's going to make everything look bad at the wedding.
Yeah, I don't want to see that happen.
And I don't want to see Dave go walking out of here with his hurricane lamps.
I think you need E-Rock to come in.
Oh, E-Rock would never be able to fit in this room. We are snug right here now. Earl just walked in, and we're literally penis to penis in this room. It's tummy sticks. All right, honey.
Thanks, Ron. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right, you ready to hit send on this?
Yeah, if it's cool with you guys, I'll hit the send.
Oh, it's more than cool with me. I want to be there for, later to hear the phone call that you get.
Oof. It's always always an interesting conversation.
I don't even know what Pepper Hicks's real name is. Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Write it down for me.
I don't.
You haven't met the interns yet, Fez.
No. I can guess what he looks like.
By the way, Nico's real name? Douglas Fairbanks IV.
Really?
Yeah.
Why change to Nico?
This sounds like a bass player. That's not a name. That's a 1980s bass player.
Yeah, Pepper Hicks has just a beautiful ring to it.
Pepper Hicks is the dumbest name in the world. This guy, he gave up a show business name. Should I say what it is?
Sure.
Give it out?
Yeah, you can say it.
Pepper Hicks's real name is Todd Hillier.
What?
Which, to me, works perfectly for the air.
I can see why he changed it now.
Too gay?
Too stupid.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh.
You too gay? Here is, let me go to Aaron. Hammer and Hank, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Aaron, what's up?
Yeah.
Man, hey, Ron, what's up?
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to say you got some fucking nerve trying to get rid of Dave after he's fucking stood by Ron and Fez and after the fucking travesty you created for the last month. You need to fucking die, Earl.
Do you have to work blue, Aaron?
What's that?
Do you have to work blue? Can you express yourself without profanity?
Oh, sorry about that, Ron.
All right.
Much respect to you and Fez, but come on, Earl.
Come on, show some respect. We don't run a potty-mouth show.
Sorry about that, Ron.
All right, see.
What's up?
Jay, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, Dick Holder 723.
What do you say, my brother?
Should Earl be making changes to the show when Thursday will be his last day when Ron Wood won't be booked?
How do you know Ron Wood won't be at the wedding?
Because Earl's in charge of it.
I believe Ron Wood will be there. Don't you, Earl?
Oh, of course. I have every intention of having a stone on these airwaves by Thursday.
But wouldn't it be fantastic to have Ron Wood just show up at the wedding? And by stone, why Ron Wood? I don't know, one of the other ones. You know, Ron Wood's a fantastic artist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Maybe he could draw Casey and Dave.
That would be nice. I mean, his artwork's displayed all over the world. It's fantastic. And, have Dave, highlight the red in Dave's hair. And
an original Wood as their wedding gift.
But, yeah, I mean, I have every intention of having a Rolling Stone on these airways by Thursday.
Where the hell is my phone? I heard a beep.
Be a nice wedding surprise. So, yeah, you said you would get a stone. I guess you decided it specifically would be Ron Wood by the first day of summer.
June 21st, the first day of summer.
I have the Save Dave nip pickup in the Pal Talk room. And this is the one day I don't have Pal Talk. And Frenchie's got the nips out. Oh, this is a travesty today. I can't deal like this. Let's go with Larry. Larry, you're on Fez.
Hey, guys. I love Pepper Hicks as much as the next guy. But there's a guy named Guy Geyerson waiting in the wings who's talking sports.
I think Guy Geyerson's starting to catch on a little bit. I really do. Did you think I was going to hit you? You're like a dog that's afraid. I made a movement and Earl almost dove on the ground.
He cowered.
You're like a beat dog, Earl.
Yeah, I mean, that's something back when I was growing up with my father, that whole deal. Oh, by the way, I got baby pictures, by the way.
Oh, I love to see them.
Yeah, I got one from me. It's like 2 days old.
I had them bring in baby pictures last week. Dave's are hysterical. He looks like the most adorable ADD kid in the world. Pitsy's thing was the saddest. He was a 5-year-old Pitsy, looking and acting the same way that he looks today.
Little fire hydrant.
Yeah. Yesterday I sent some emails out to the boys, and I said, make sure everyone calls your father, except for Pitsy, because he ain't got no dad.
That really brightened my day up, Ron. Thank you.
Did that help you?
Yeah, it did, actually.
Are you going to miss your buddy Dave?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do without him, really.
Well, now you got your new buddy.
Pepper Hicks?
Lane Stanley. Here is, well, I don't have your name. It's a funny day today. You're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you?
How are you guys?
Good.
How are you guys today? I just wanted to say that I'm a supporter of all of you guys, and also Opie and Anthony, and I'm a big fan of Black Earl. But I'm willing to come down there and run over my radio for Dave.
Well, contact the PAC with that. It's the only way to go about it. Because you don't want to run over your radio without being on TV.
Yeah, it defeats the whole purpose of it.
I understand. I was just had sent to me XM phones just tied up. There's been already 2 callers about if Dave's fired, they are going to quit.
The receptionist is in the weeds.
But right now, the operator's on it. They offer you a lollipop, and once you get that, you won't want to, hey, I'll send you a lollipop. Oh, fuck it then. The hell with Dave. Should we give Dave an opportunity to give his side of the story or no? Or you're going to send out no matter what he has to say?
I'll send it out no matter what.
Yeah. All right. So, I don't see Dave around attempting to defend himself today either. That's his fault.
No, you would think he would want to get ready for arbitration or something.
Yeah. Well, I know. Who's the shop steward? Are we a union shop?
I don't know who our shop steward is.
We're not union. We're not union. Here's Bobby. Bobby, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, I believe he called him Gooch.
Look, here's the beauty. Dave wants to say why he's a good employee, right? He's standing at the door knowing that he can't use a mic, not realizing in his non-producing head there's another mic over at Pepper Hicks, but he doesn't know how to think on his feet. And Nico is giving him, the intern is going to head back here. Nico, I like it. You're working the door and nobody gets through for you. Nico, you got those little things to write down. Write down Nico's doing a good job and hand it to yourself. Bobby, what is it?
I believe Tony called him Gagool.
No, what's that?
He called AJ Gagoot.
I can't hear you. Phones are terrible, too. It's just a hideous day around here. All right, Dave is on a microphone right now. Dave?
Yes, hi.
Nice to finally have you come to the show.
Okay.
Rough day for you today?
Yeah, it's a real rough day when your boss, your executive producer, is a lying fucking son of a bitch.
All right, now, can I tell you something right now?
What?
That is a fireable offense to me.
Okay, well then.
And Earl, I don't know why you put up with that.
Who says I'm putting it up? Why do you think I'm sending an email?
But that's not the first time he talked about you that way. You have not come back in here in a professional manner, Dave. And I would say this straight to the PAC, that is not the way a person who's on the bubble should be acting.
But he's not telling you anything that's true. First of all, about the opening, we can always put the opening in a CD player and play it. So the whole reason why he was trying to load it into Delete was because he was avoiding talking to you guys because he thought he was in trouble today.
Why did you think you were in trouble?
I didn't think at all.
Absolutely. The studio wasn't set up?
We wanted to... First of all, when I walked in, you kept asking me to load the song into Delete.
I didn't say that at all. That's A. B, how about on a day where we really need you? Maybe a day where, everyone else was here early? Maybe you don't come in at 11:30.
I did not come in at 11:30. That is not true.
What time did he come in?
I came at 5 after 11.
Earl, we did not see you till 11:30, unless you were hiding somewhere.
Well, now look who it is. It's 2 against 1.
Wait, and his new thing is also...
Earl, did you hear what Pitsy's doing?
Yes, he's trying to throw me under the bus.
You believe that Pitsy should be on that?
I would put his name on there as well. Why not clean house?
Well, who's taking my spot, Earl?
Maybe you could put Lily in that.
Hey, Earl, you should also be putting yourself on that list, being that Ron Woods more than likely, will not show up. And if Ron Wood shows up, I will leave. I will leave. If
It's
Ron
not
Woods-
up to you. It's up to Wiki, whether you leave or not.
And I think Don will see that he's had a lot less problems with me and is someone who is more of a team player who is willing
Earl, are you
to
going to go
communicate.
push send?
Yeah, I'll push send.
Go ahead and go push it.
All right.
Push it, because he's not a team player. He's all about Earl Douglas. He doesn't do things for the radio show. How about the summer of Earl? Or how about when he was supposed to get a date?
What's
Or
that got to do with your job? That's none of your business.
What it has to do with is he doesn't communicate at all, and then he makes up excuses and lies.
Oh, Dave, when I try to communicate, when I try to delegate, you run from responsibility.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You completely run from responsibility.
Tell me.
When you were like, hey, like the guys need to talk to you right now, I was like, Dave, I need to deal with this right now.
I was talking. You didn't. You could have played the CD. You could have.
So where was the CD, Dave?
You had it in your hand.
Yeah, Again, it wasn't a CD that you could play on a CD.
We had both mixes, Earl. We had an MP3 and a wave. So
where was it, Dave?
It was you and Pepper do the openings. You and Pepper do the openings every day. How am I supposed to know?
Listen to the way you're screaming, Dave.
Dave, you're getting a little irrational. You need to calm down.
You're making me irrational, Poppy. I'm not going to apologize.
Go hit send.
Now, in this email, have I been nothing but professional?
You have been. Go hit send.
You called
And I'd actually put Pitsy on the bubble if I was you, for feeling like he needs to jump in. Because you have to take control of this.
And I'm taking control of it. If I have to clean house, I'll clean house.
Great. You're Clint Eastwood all of a sudden. But you know what? Clint Eastwood at least faced people and talked to them.
Hey, the one thing that you always throw in my face, everyone's like, but you're the executive producer. I'm making an executive decision.
Great, make it. Make it. Because, you know what? At least you're doing something rather than skirting your responsibility.
Hey, Dave, I'm telling you right now, if Wiggy takes this serious and he plays this back, you're fucking gone. You are gone.
I understand that. But at the same time, I can't let Earl just sit
because now you're acting schoolyard instead of professional.
I'm trying to be professional, but Earl gets me into a rage when he just says lies. I mean, do
you think this is a race matter? Do you think that they don't respect you over racial reasons?
That could be very possible. I mean, they have this. I've heard a couple of things thrown about in the office that could be implied a certain way, but I always let it roll off my back.
You impressed with Fez and I? We don't see race. We're the only show in radio with a black executive producer.
That is true. You
Branch Rickies. We're a couple of Branch Rickies.
Pioneers.
Yeah.
I mean, but you
see one black face on that whole O&A staff?
Not a one.
Would have helped them, though. They should have one of everybody. Every minority should be on that staff for when the trouble hits. I go, what are you talking about? Look, we got a Jewish guy right here next to the black guy. That O&A staff should look like Star Trek. It really should.
Would have helped them out big time.
That's why we have a black, we have a Muslim, we got Nico, half Jewish.
It's like the UN of radio.
It really is as nice as we can get it. We got Fez and that whole ever-growing high money minority.
He's also what? He's also Canadian.
That's not really a minority. Canadian is just another word for white.
Really?
The Canadians blend in too easily.
Chuck, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, that memory pill.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys slip Dave, Eastside Dave, or maybe even Earl that pill? That way they just kind of forget that they even have to show up there.
I would take it just to forget the show today. Exactly. That would be my belief.
It's problem solved.
All right. All right, there you have it. Earl, why don't you go over, you hit send, and come back and tell us when it's sent out. All right?
All right.
Best of luck to you. Is Pitsy going to be part of this, or are you going to deal with him separately?
I'll deal with him separately.
Nice move.
Again, not to look vindictive or, spiteful.
You've been nothing but professional, my friend.
Thank you. I try to be.
You've been nothing but professional. And Dave has sounded like a wild man today.
Yeah, he came in screaming, called me, I won't even repeat what he called me.
I want to end up against Deb on one of those split screens on Nightline. By the way, I call any news show Nightline. I don't care what it is. All right, go over and hit send. Wiki's going to be dealing with this today. John Black Rage. By the way, put it at the bottom. This is Black Rage. And then also put Ron's like Branch Ricky. And Fez is like a Lime Ricky.
Delicious.
Never tasted one. Too straight. Here is Chad. Chad, you're on Run Fez.
I just want to know what happened over the weekend that fucking made Earl so great.
He's fantastic. To me, he's a rising star right now. And this gives me the opportunity I've been looking at for a long time, and that's taking on the PAC. Just going head-to-head with them on Nightline. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
It may be another show other than Nightline. Maybe a different show other than Nightline.
What are you talking about, Fez?
It could be one of the CNN shows or something as well.
Remember what I said a few moments ago?
Yeah.
Call every show Nightline.
Right.
As soon as Earl gets back here, we will find out if he hits send and what Wiki's going to do about it. I think Dave shit the bed today. I think him coming back in here, screaming, using profanity, dropping the N-bomb, I think he went too far.
Well, yeah, if it ends up where he has to defend himself, in front of Wiki or ELO or something.
It's already on tape.
Yeah.
If this gets in front of arbitration, he sounds like a maniac.
I don't recall using the N-bomb.
Well, you brought up lip size, which personally, and nostril size.
Right, but that's not the N-bomb. Thank you.
To me, it is. If anything is slightly, here's another thing like I do with Nightline. If anything is slightly racist, I call it the N-bomb, no matter what it happens to be. If someone says, hey, he's a good dancer, for me, that's like hearing the N-word.
That's a whole deck of race cards.
What is?
Just referring to everything as the N-bomb.
You ever go back to, by the way, here's other problems we have, and I had this sent to me from RMPGP, from Whackbag. Whackbag, home of my favorite thread in the history of the Internet, and that's Ron Bennington's Line of the Day, which I believe is up over 2,500 lines of the day now, right?
Mine more than that.
Do you read it every day?
No, I do not.
He doesn't. He doesn't know. He's lying. What
I just said I don't read it, Dave.
Why don't you read it? You can sit and enjoy it. I find it fascinating. I'll read it to the kids when I'm trying to get them to sleep. Just real. Sometimes I'll even draw funny pictures with it. I think this could make a children's book for kids that curse. So anyway, he says he sent me Ricky Gervais DVDs and Westboro Baptist Church DVDs. I, of course, don't get it. He rechecks it, post signed for it. Now, this is the same thing that's happened with our friend Mooch, right?
Yes. It's happened a couple of times, but... And I don't know, things always seem to go in this little black hole.
I asked you to go look for it. You found it for me.
Yes, I did.
Where was it?
It was in the bookshelf over Dave's desk.
So you think what happened to it?
I just think that it just, like everything else in that office, when I tell them to clean the office, it just kind of got discarded and kind of tossed aside.
First of all, why would anybody take something that belongs to me and put it up somewhere in the office like it was storage?
I couldn't tell you. I mean, every time there's a piece of mail for any of us, I'm like, make sure they get it. Make sure there's a one sheet of someone, make sure the person gets properly credited for it. Just not let it hang in the office too long.
And things are just disappearing.
Who was behind that?
I would have to say Dave. Dave's in the office more than any of us.
I'm in the office doing work.
When some Poe hands that thing over, when he signs for it, it's supposed to come to me.
I don't know what happened. I thought that it had been put out there and had been taken. And if that's
so, you already knew about it.
I just knew about it this week, but now that you're talking about it, perhaps I remember putting it in the desk and then I don't know. And I'll take responsibility for this one then.
Put that down till he steals from Ron.
You may need to do a follow-up email.
How about the Mooch one? Did you find that?
No, I never even heard about
Mooch said he sent me Rory Gallagher live, which I would love to watch. Nope.
See, but can I also just say this? Sometimes people sign for things and then they just put them over my desk like that.
So you're blaming Poe?
No, I'm not. Yeah, I am.
Then you need to find yourself on a daily basis checking in with Poe.
I'm going to start doing that.
How can you? You're already out of here if Wiki does his job.
I hope Don sees things differently.
Here is Paul. Paul, you're on Manifest.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, Earl, listen, man, if you really think the the corporate guys at XM are going to fire the little people down. Hello?
Yeah, you're not making any sense. What is it you want to say?
No, I just wanted to say that they're going to fire the top guy. I mean, he's responsible. He's accountable to even let this get to this level.
You know, the whole screening of phone calls has to mean to screen out the retards. That's what we mean when we say screen the calls. No bad calls. That's not too much. It's a Ron and Fez show. Here comes Eastside Dave into the studio for the first time today. How are you, David?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm a little bit on edge because of some of the problems, and, well, we all know what they are.
Well, I have a email, too, that I'll be reading in a little bit that's come back from Wiki already, Fez.
Oh, quick response.
Yeah.
We actually got something from the Manhattan Sports Memorabilia Society for Fez.
Really?
They heard Fez talking about them.
Yeah.
And so they thought we'll chip in and get him something nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I got a signed Babe Ruth ball, which is really just a Ron and Fez stress ball, and someone has scribbled the name Babe Ruth. They've printed Babe Ruth on it poorly.
I think that's from the Big Bambino.
They swore it was authentic.
Yeah.
It's not. These polymers weren't even invented when Babe Ruth was around, and these squishy balls.
Oh, yeah, I think they had that kind. Those are like pinkies.
He busted you on the polymers. That's how he was able to get to the bottom of that. Fezzi said that he loves Manhattan for the great restaurants and sports memorabilia.
Among other things.
All right, Ron and Fez show. Here is the email back. I'll read the email first that Earl sent out to Wiki and in care of Eric Logan. So this one's going right to the top. I'd like to recommend that we replace David Macdonald with Pepper Hicks, effective immediately. Since coming aboard as an intern, Pepper's brought a great passion and energy to the show. He's constantly coming in with ideas that work for the show on and off air. And boy, this sentence runs on. And he's willing to give his time, comma, no matter how long, comma, to any project. Let's see how many commas that he throws into things. Dave has been terrific on the air, but has lacked the administrative skills that are needed to make the show go to the next level. If you'd like to discuss this at length, please feel free to call me. So Wiki writes back to him, Earl, if you're so upset and dissatisfied with Dave, then why are we blowing $20K on this wedding? By the way, is there 3 S's in dissatisfied? The S's is just going like a snake showed up in the middle of this.
I don't believe so.
No, I'll admit the timing was pretty bad, but, I mean, hey, things came to a head today, and you got to make moves, you make the moves.
You may have to get married, Earl, to cover for this.
To who?
So how do you feel about how you're going to respond to this?
I will, I'll sit back, I'll think about it for a minute.
Why don't you just write back this? What does one have to do with the other? Good one. Go ahead. Send it out. You might want to stop CCing Elo, though. That doesn't seem like the best idea for you.
Yeah, I mean,
that's kind of stupid.
Yeah, that wasn't very bright.
None of the stuff you do is bright at all. And remind him that you're the only black working here in the New York XM offices.
Keep playing that.
Well, until you get over to a certain trumpet player. And then forget it, Earl. All right, off you go.
All right.
Make it happen. Make it so. Here is Buck. Buck, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, I just can't believe Earl's got the balls with all of his screw-ups administratively to call out Dave to his own boss. That's amazing to me.
Well, Earl is Dave's boss, though. I mean, if Dave had these skills, maybe we wouldn't figure out that Earl doesn't. And this is the first time ever I'm going against the PAC on something, Fez. I'm going head-to-head with the PAC with this. And you may see me and Deb on Nightline.
All right, that means you're going to have to go ahead and debate her.
Oh, I feel comfortable with it.
Yeah?
I feel comfortable with it.
So the PAC, they'll defend just about anybody, coming to Eastside Dave's defense.
Why aren't they defending Earl on what he's been through then?
Because Earl's part of the system.
That is true. Very good point. Earl and... Is this a tag out, Fez, where you don't even have to think anymore? People in other rooms are helping you? But, yeah, that is a good point, Fez and company. he is the man now. Earl has become the man. What are you checking on, Earl?
No, I thought my phone was ringing.
Anything new back from Wiki?
No, not yet.
What one did you send him? Oh, you didn't send him back anything? Let's see what you wrote back to him. I don't see what one thing has to do with the other. This has been coming to a head for a long time and needed to be addressed. Boy, you really did sell Dave out today on his wedding week. And you were in the wedding.
Yeah, I was a groomsman.
Are you going to be able to do something about this Pitsy situation, too? I hear him just jumping in against you. They don't respect you, Earl.
No, and, that situation will be rectified very soon.
And neither do the new interns who say that you never addressed them. They have no idea.
I address them. I say, good morning, how are you? I say, when they do something for me, I say, thank you.
But you don't give them direction.
I give them direction. I gave them several tasks last week, and they came in. And they gave them to me, and I said, thank you.
Who is the guy that you're more likely to learn from?
Pepper Hicks, actually.
Who's another intern?
Yeah, I've learned the most from Pepper Hicks. I've learned how to do best ofs. I'm learning to do show openers.
And who have you learned the least from?
I guess Earl. Well, I asked him about that thing the other day, and he gave me that joke that he tried where he was saying...
get a trade. All right, Nico, let the Velvet Underground come in. I see that he wants to be a little part of this. Velvet Underground, give us the person who gives you the most direction.
Pepper is really good. He's because he's professional, but he's also like with us. So
yeah,
it's good. So yeah,
and least
Earl.
What's the problem with Earl?
He's like it's like a wall. He ignores us. It's like we don't exist.
I hardly ignore you.
But that's those guys saying that to me. That's not me saying it to them.
No, I understand that, but I'm like I don't ignore you. I appreciate everything you guys are bringing to the table.
But you've got to. But you would be like a sergeant, right, in the Army, going, look, I appreciate you guys. You have to lead them, Earl.
Yeah, and I'm a.
Do you feel like you're being led right now, Underground?
Nah, I mean, Pepper's leading me. I'd say Pepper.
All right, so Pepper.
Pepper's
this is a rogue
Sergeant
army.
Pepper, that's what we call
him. Sergeant Pepper?
Sergeant Pepper.
I fucking love it. Who came up with that?
I just did right now.
All right, you're the best.
All
right, go ahead. Every time an Underground kid comes in, not a home run, but he does get hit. He gets wood on the ball. Oh, God, look, this kid looked like he slept in his clothes last night. Would you get all fucked up, Rooster?
Yes, I did. In Prospect Park.
You starting to get around Brooklyn a little bit?
I'm starting to figure things out. It's getting a little easier.
Yeah. Who is the person you consider the leader?
I have to give it to either Eastside Dave or Pitsy. Both of them, since I've gotten here, have been extremely helpful.
Mm-hmm. And least?
Earl, I will dispute, has never told me good morning once.
Never once said good morning to you?
No.
This kid flew across the country to be here. Do you feel like you're getting the most out of your internship?
I feel, for the most part, but... Really...
I came over today, and you and Underground were staring out the window, and they were talking about, wouldn't it be weird to work construction? And I'm like, who is not keeping these kids busy? They should be on a full run at all times.
Yes, I mean, this morning was just...
Why don't you do this? Write another thing to Wiki and let them know you want to get rid of all the interns.
Well, I mean, they haven't really mouthed off to me. They made an opinion, which I respect. I don't necessarily agree with, but I respect it.
If you could only pick one person who's leading you the most, who would it be?
I'd have to give it to Eastside Dave.
Wow. First vote for the ex-employee of the show, Eastside Dave.
Eastside Dave even took me out on Friday.
Where'd you guys
dinner,
go?
Bought me drinks.
Was he fucked up?
He wasn't 100% clear-headed.
Now, I remember talking to him before. He wasn't allowed to drink with the interns, remember?
Yes. I totally remember that.
He had that direction.
Yes, I did. I mean, I was not even where they took them out.
Where did he take you?
Someplace up the street. I'm not really sure what it was called.
Oh, yeah, one of his Irish bars?
Exactly. I believe that was right, yeah.
We went to PJ's, and for the most part, he was just drinking cola. I was the one who had beer.
Yes, you are not allowed to drink.
Oh.
Not the interns. You're not allowed to be drunk with the interns. You were told that before.
I thought that had been lifted, so that was.
Why would it be?
I don't know. I thought that was with a few specific.
The only thing was when Bill got hired, then we said, okay, you can drink with Bill.
Okay, that was why I thought it had been lifted. So that's my mistake.
Boy, you have become Earl with the constant admitting to mistakes anymore?
Well, I'm admitting to my responsibilities where Earl likes to point the finger. So I think that's the difference between he and I.
Oh, no. He invented the line, I take full responsibility. Here is John. John, you're on Fez.
Hey, I respect Earl for trying to destroy his competition here, but it sounds like he should have gone after Pepper instead of Dave. Dave's going to self-destruct here. Pepper's the up-and-comer.
Do you start to hear the footsteps with Pepper?
I hear the footsteps. He's doing an unbelievable job.
But I heard Pepper yell at you today over the opening.
Well, again, it was so heated a moment. I was like, where is this opening? And he got a little upset. I mean, we were all a little upset over it.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'm not a big yeller. I'm not a big screamer. I never have been.
I've heard you scream on here all last week.
Yeah, I mean, when it takes me so...
This thing with you and Dave has come to a head. There's nothing you can do about it anymore.
It takes me so
One of you has to leave.
Yes. I mean, and it takes me so long to really explode and really...
Do you think it would be better for the show, considering how much he adds to the on-air product, if you step down instead of asking Dave to step down?
No, I don't see that at all. I don't see me...
You honestly feel like you're a more valuable person to the show itself than Dave?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
Really? What do you do?
Well, production. I do...
What production gets done?
Well, I make sure that, best ofs are coordinated.
Well,
and
speaking of that, people told me that want to tape the shows, your Friday best of, when it's midnight Friday night, everybody hears the Monday show, so they don't get the Friday replay.
Well, I had that exact conversation on, it was either Wednesday or Thursday with Wiki about that, and he was
so this is Wiki's fault.
I don't even know if it's...
Next email, Wiki, follow yourself.
I don't know if it's a Wiki fault or a DC fault, but I asked
what
that
if you did
exact same
something
question.
different rather than what you're doing now?
It's kind of Oliver Twist.
Brian, you're on Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, I'm lazy. I rarely tell the truth, and I was brought up with the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus, so I could take over for Earl easily. I'm gullible. I believe everything, and I can deflect excuses all over the place.
Earl, how do you feel about that? The same point that they gave you your religion, they also told you about the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, to help keep you in line.
We never were brought up on the Easter Bunny or Santa Claus. And Brian, you got excellent comic timing also.
Where does that? Why is this your Christian love that you have right now?
I'm paying him a compliment.
What's the compliment, Earl?
He has good timing.
You have the balls to sit around and judge somebody else's timing? You're a fucking producer. You should be able to know where the show's going and hit music and sound effects. You never fucking do it at all. You want to talk about timing? I'll fucking sit here and do an air check with you and point out all the things that could be added to this show. Now, the fucking guy was talking to you. Why do you have to attack every caller? If you attacked every 10th caller, I wouldn't give a shit. But you attack everybody who fucking calls this show.
The man did insult me.
He fucking did not. He said he came up with Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny like we all were. And at a certain point, you no longer believe what you were taught as a child. It's a fucking decent point. You could make your point instead of turning it into dog shit. That's why I can't fucking depend on you to jump into this show without it turning into you fucking screaming at people. What do you have for us? What do you have for us, Hicks?
I can give me 2 minutes. All
right. This is a thing of the way Earl talks to callers. I'm telling you right now, Earl, this fucking 2 weeks vacation couldn't be coming any goddamn sooner for me. That you sit around and you say you worry about what happens on the show, and you do the same thing fucking day after day.
Yeah, it's in one run.
Where's your fucking timing right now, Earl?
No, I apologize. I'm sorry.
Why again?
I took it as an insult. I apologize.
You take this fucking show as an insult.
No, that is not the case at all. But I thought he insulted me, and I misinterpreted it. I'm sorry.
All right, here's an example of Earl talking to people on the show.
You've completely fucked up the best ofs. I get the emails every day.
You know, and then
this is who you are.
No,
and Al was right. We have taken responsibility after responsibility away from you.
If you're sitting here listening to this channel all day, you really need more time.
You're a fucking asshole. They pay to listen to this channel. They should have programming at all times.
No, and I understand.
Maybe at NEW used to attack the P1s. That's why you used to have a 1.9 there for 22 years. Well, that was inside. That was a fucking inside joke.
Here's more.
You know what? Now I'm not having fucking fun here anymore. Now I'm not fucking having fun. The last person to have fun is no longer. Now what do we do?
Yeah, find a way to have fun again.
Bullshit.
Again, I'm sorry. I'm totally sorry.
Earl, why this has to happen?
I don't want to fucking do this radio. I'm fucking sick of it.
Earl, why do you do this?
I thought
Why? Why do you fucking do this?
What the man? I was on the assumption he insulted me, and why? And when I get insulted, why can't I defend myself?
You. I'm insulting you right.
So
you can talk to.
Just
how you insulted? Defend your fucking self.
And
now fucking defend yourself.
And I misinterpret that, and I apologize for that. I misinterpreted what he said, and I apologize.
Earl, I am being as honest as I can. You are fucking ruining this. You are fucking ruining this show.
You need to get it together, Earl.
You drive me absolutely insane. Why you add to the stress of things instead of helping alleviate it is beyond me.
It's the happiest show on earth, the Ron and Fez show. Ron Bennington, Fez Whatley, Earl Douglas, all sitting in together. That got a little crazy.
Yeah. I'm sorry that it got that crazy. I'm a mess right now. I don't know what to think or say.
You know what? We're going to have to stop the wedding. The wedding has put too much pressure on all of us.
Yeah, it's been the wedding,
Call Wiki and tell them we went out of this wedding. And Dave and Casey will get married in a civil ceremony in Reno.
It sounds right to me. That makes everybody happy.
Well, except for Dave and Casey.
Well, they'll get married.
And Wiki, who's already spent the money.
And gotten the tablecloths and flowers together.
What's that? Who's yelling our names out over there? Dave, what's going on there? If I take Earl out of that...
no, sorry, the microphone hit. But I was going to say, I would hope the wedding would still go on, even though I do...
We're going to do this wedding, and then we're all going to take 2 weeks off.
And I apologize if it's made everyone insane.
No, we're not insane from that. It's always a pre-live gig weirdness. This one's been extra weird. It just seems to me we keep falling back into the same fucking inside shows day after day. And that 2002 shit really got on my nerves. To really fucking hear. Wait to hear the energy the show had 5 years ago. It's insane. This is the best fucking job I ever had in my life. And I do not understand why we don't show up and have fun for it.
I mean, it's... I love it. I mean, I love the work. I love what we do. I love the fact that we can...
I thought you said you were a Christian. You're going to go to hell for lying. You can't possibly love this job.
I do. I mean, as much as I question it sometimes, I'm like, it is the greatest job in the world. It is where you can be... Well, you can communicate to so many people. I mean, on this format, to communicate across the country and to connect with people from California and Texas and
then why do you scream at them? And why do you tell them not to listen to the channel?
Well, you
got to stop talking like that.
I understand. I mean, and that's just out of, when I get angry, I'm just
It's a one-note thing, and that drives me crazy.
I get so angry because, I mean, especially when I'm completely insulted or I'm thinking I'm getting insulted, when I do lose my temper, I go I'm just completely irrational.
Remember what I told you before. When you lose your temper, break equipment.
I can't do that anymore because the last time I did, I kind of got into trouble a little bit.
30 days in the hole.
Dave, how are you feeling about the whole wedding thing coming up? Stand by for what?
That's Pitts.
What is he screaming for?
He doesn't realize the radio show is going on.
Let me ask you this. How come this doesn't happen when Earl's in there?
It does happen sometimes, but obviously it's happened a couple times. I feel extremely nervous, you know, and I'm filled with excitement at the same time. But I'm dying a little bit inside, and I'm also, you know, I feel nervous about everyone else's where they are in their headspace. I'm talking Ron, Fez, Earl, Pepper. You know, I think everyone's a little on edge. But for me, for my wedding, I'm nervous as hell, to be honest with you. And I may faint. I don't know.
I don't think Casey should go through with this. And I was telling this to a friend of mine today, that I feel like, as a responsibility, I got to stop this girl from marrying this lunatic.
I don't think that's necessary. I think we're a good couple, and I don't think that people need to split us up. You know, I just think we need this day to be over in a little bit of a weird way. And then when it's over, we can go on with our lives.
How did we ever get to the fact of doing this on the air? How did this even start? I don't even remember. I don't remember how we get into the things that we do.
Yeah, I have no idea where we got to wedding day tomorrow at the Hard Rock.
Why are you guys getting married? You just met a few months ago.
Well, we have a connection. I mean, you know, it's pretty obvious that we don't want to be with anyone else, and that we do love each other.
We can live together.
Sure? We like the same things.
Like what?
You know, Star Wars action figures and...
Hey, Earl's here.
Figures. And baseball. Friday the 13th movies. You know, I could go on and on.
You sound like you want to marry a 10-year-old boy. That would be perfect for you.
It doesn't seem like an awful lot to build a life on.
No. We also talk about deeper things.
Like?
Israeli-Palestine conflict, for one, you know.
Let me guess whose side she's on.
Yeah,
it's the only place her and band member come together.
Right. You would guess correctly. You know, and I agree with her standpoint. So we do a little bit of that. And
along with 90% of the U.S.
Yeah.
So you could marry 90% of the U.S. right now.
Oh, okay. And, you know, other things, George Bush and some of his policies.
Let me guess, you're against him?
No, I'm not familiar with all of his stuff, but I know that it doesn't look good. You know, I would say his favorability is like 33%, so...
Favorability?
We're talking about your marriage.
Okay.
Now you're talking about poll numbers on the president.
I'm just saying this is what we talk about. But besides that, yeah, no, there's a real connection. I mean, we like to hug a lot, too. And there is no one else that I'd rather be with.
Is this going to be your vows? Are we stepping all over your vows?
No, this has nothing to do with the vows.
Did you rewrite the vows from yesterday?
Yes, I did.
Are they better?
I think so. I could show them to you if you don't say them on the air.
Yeah, show them to me. Bring them in. Yesterday he read it before us. Just horrible. And we said, you cannot do this. You cannot do this.
I mean, he wrote them like this. It sounded like, like I really, 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 like when you were 10 years old and you
Childlike.
You had to write an essay.
All right, we got a copy of the vows. This is what Eastside Dave and several failed attempts over the past 2 days while you've been practicing.
Well, let me just say this. This is very personal.
Yeah, I took your advice. Thank you. I tried to make it as personal as I could.
I would literally, if I was her, I'd turn around and run.
Uh-oh.
Why? There's a lot of nice stuff in there and a lot of accurate information. And
yeah, it is.
Does it look like it should be put together with clipped out letters from magazines? Like a serial killer letter?
I don't think it does. I think it's sweet, no? Or you know what? I don't know how to write a vow. I mean, I've never... Roman Catholic, they usually just do the...
Yeah, they do it normally for you.
I'll take my lawfully ludded...
Your lawfully ludded?
My lawfully loved wife.
Oh, we forgot to have Casey ludded before tomorrow.
And they do it like that, so... I've never... my brothers didn't write their own vows, so... it's going to be an experience.
Yeah. One point here, I thought this was, you ripped it off from Lou Gehrig. There is a certain point here that's very Gehrig.
I did the,
Here's, I'm going to guess Powell, because I can't tell with the way the writing's on here today. Yeah, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Yeah.
Hey, Ronnie, I don't mean to beat up Earl. He's been taking a lump in today, but the guy seems to really know his music. Why is he a producer on a talk show and not 60 other, music channels on XM? Just baffling.
Earl, what do you say about that? Why didn't you get in the music business? That seems to be your thing.
I love the show. I completely, as a listener, I fell in love with the show. And
me too.
I thought I had the best seat in the house because when you guys started in New York, I was the show. I ran the show in front of you.
Right.
So I got to see the show just go off and running, and then you can't help but fall in love with the show.
The Al Dukes years?
Yeah, no, that was actually pre-Al.
We call that pre-cum. Here's Scott, you're on Ron and Fez.
Holy shit, guys. Stand by. Eastside Davis found the perfect ingredients for a wedding. Discussing the favorability of the president, Star Wars action figures, and hugging a lot.
We're going to leave those topics off for the actual ceremony.
Now, she's writing you something too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she's writing me something special. And we always have nice conversations about our favorite bands, how she's into the Clash and I'm into the Smithereens. And
Isn't it? But I thought Jonathan and her share more music knowledge than you do.
Yes, they do. They like the more independent stuff. I like the more Main Street stuff, the Jersey rock, the Bruce, Bon Jovi, Pat D'Annunzio.
What?
And other bands, Southside Johnny.
Pat D'Annunzio from
the Smithereens.
Smithereens,
yeah. I'll talk about that, and then she'll talk about her bands. She's always about the
Smithereens. I forgot all about them. When were they big?
Oh, 89.
Yeah.
They were huge.
Yeah.
Girl Like You was like fucking out of this world.
It was a good song.
No, it was really awesome.
Yeah.
And I play it for her, and believe it or not, that's one of the few bands I play for her that she likes.
Really?
Yeah, she's actually very much
So
into
she's
it.
not into your Styx Journey Can? This is a song I want to play for you. It's called Cold as Ice. Listen to what he's saying to her. It's Foreigners, the name of the band. Whether you ever heard of them. But you're as cold as ice.
Yeah.
Willing to sacrifice.
Right. So that's our one common ground, I can't even get her into the Beatles. She's not.
Here you go.
Pretty.
You're as cold as ice.
Very nice. Is this what she's walking down the aisle to? Do we have all the music worked out, Earl?
Yes.
I want to go for that Sly Stone, Don't Call Me Whitey song. That's my... Or at least when you and I walk out together. Yeah. What are you coming down the aisle to? Sniffing the tears? What do you have inside?
No, I'm just going to be there.
No.
I'm not sure if the guy goes down the aisle or not.
No. The guy waits up.
Yeah.
I would say by the altar, but in your case, near the hamburger grill. You'll stand.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Stand under the giant 714 model.
Right. Well, we wouldn't be in front of an altar anyway, being that she's a Jew.
They don't have altars?
Boy, the way you say it sounds so respectful.
Jewish.
Yeah.
We're allowed to say that. That's not politically
Who's
incorrect.
way? The other side?
No, but I'm married in.
How are you going to raise the kids?
Agnostic.
That's a nice compromise.
Children, I want you to know we have no idea who God is. It's like, did you ever hear when people are like, we're going to let the children pick their own religion? I'm like, well, that's not too much fucking pressure now, is it? I have to come up with existence.
If I had that as a kid, I'd just be worshiping Hulk Hogan.
Well, that is based on the mythology.
He is the...
Everybody's willing to say, what is it?
No, there's a big fight, apparently, because I hear plenty of pounding and screaming between Earl and Lily.
Earl, what the hell is going on in there?
No, I was just looking for something, and they were just like, well, why don't you do this? Like, well, let me just try to find it on my own. And I'm just like, hey, let me just try it my way for a second.
Stuff.
Lily, what happened?
And I wasn't pounding anything.
Ron's talking. I hear it in my headphones. I'm sorry.
We were looking for a Fred song where he says the cunt word like 6 million times.
Now, how would that be hard to find?
Well, when Earl uses his system instead of using the Lily, Mooch, and Pepper system, it's hard to find.
Why are there two different systems, Earl?
Because there's always a separate name for everything. So why can't we just call everything Fred Dash, Fred this, Fred that, and then it's
Mooch? What is it? All right, here comes Hicks.
But
Angry.
Earl,
by the way, go ahead.
They are labeled that. I told him how to search for it, and he refused to. He just looked in the same fucking folder, scrolling up and down where nothing was labeled.
Because here's my other point. Here's my other point, which I can never get my point across, is that how come we can't have everything in one folder? It's always in separate folders.
You tell us to put it in separate folders.
Is it in parody songs?
It's in fuck you.
I have a problem that Ron's trying to talk to Deb, and Earl, you're being very unprofessional.
Here's the point, Earl. Why isn't this worked out in the other 21 hours a day that the fucking show isn't on? And then you're able to say, here is a system means everybody knows what it is. That's all a system is.
And these things are suggested, and these things are ignored. They're ignored.
By who?
By
Earl, if everyone else is not doing your system, it means you're not on the system. There's another system that you're not part of.
There's people who want to do things their way, regardless of whether it's
your
right
system.
or not.
But everybody is doing things their way, but you. Lily knows what it is. Hicks knows what it is. Mooch knows what it is. Earl doesn't.
And meanwhile, none of us have found it yet. By the way, that was the other thing.
We've gone over this, and every time this happens, we go over it and we explain to him how we search for things.
Yeah.
And he refuses to do it. That's the bottom line in the whole entire argument.
Earl, you realize that fucking Fez is so stressed out that he's going to the hospital for agita, right?
Yes.
Do you think this helps?
I don't think it helps, but no, it doesn't help.
No. Do you understand that this is one of the things in life that shouldn't be stressful?
Absolutely, but everyone always bites my head, and they bite my head off about it, too. And I'm like, calm down.
Oh, you're trying to keep everybody else calm. That's your role.
I was like, okay, what was it called? I'm asking questions. That's all I do is ask questions.
What was it? What was it under, Dave?
It's under 3 cunts, Fred, and simply, Ron, the keyword is cunt. You search with contains. We explained him the system a million times. That's the system that Mooch uses, Pepper uses, Lily uses, I use, Pitsy uses. We all use the same system.
It took me 2 seconds to find it, and I told him the exact way to do it. It took me 2 seconds to find it.
And what did he do
listen.
when you told him? He started yelling at you?
Everyone started yelling at me at once.
Up and down.
Wait a second. You're yelling and pounding because Ron's trying to talk to Debbie, and I can't hear because you're going from over there. It's crazy.
Because I started yelling because all of them were like, why you did it? It takes you so long. And I'm like, let me try it my way for a second.
But she has There is no fucking your way. There has to be one universal way, or else no one's ever going to find anything. That's the fucking point of this.
We do have a universal system. It's used by everyone on the show except for him, Earl.
The fact that you use the term "my way," that's how we end up with fucking 2 left fielders and no right fielder, and that's what the fucking thing is. You're wandering around on your own. But again, if you want to have your own system, you're going to have to go get your own show because you can't fucking be on this one with a show full of people.
And I completely understand that, though. But the one system that we all agreed on initially was, if there's a Paranoid song, we call it Paranoid Dash. If there's a Fred thing, Fred Dash. Then why can't we use that system?
It was used, dude. It says Fred dash 3 cunts.
Oh.
That's
and then you ask the other question, what does it keep everything in one folder? And everything bounces from folder to folder.
But I mean,
that doesn't matter in Duet. You
any
can
of
look at
Earl's
anything without the
problems
folder.
could be resolved if he used our system. He wouldn't have to worry about folders or anything else that way. You know what? He makes more work for himself.
Guess what, Earl? You're off the fucking board. That's it. Take your fucking headphones off. Good Friday. There it is. Until you learn to be on the same system as everybody else, that's it. We're moving everybody over. Earl, I'm going to move you. Where are you going? Yeah, I'm moving you to your new station. It's in that chair, but turned around to the wall. No, over there. That chair, and you turn it around towards the wall. There you go. Sit there and work the new system.
Boy.
I don't know what else to do. I don't know what to do with people anymore. I'm doing a fucking show.
No.
Everybody else is having arguments.
And the thumping and shit. I mean, you can't
Yeah.
thump. You say, we'll talk about it after the show. I couldn't hear Debbie because I hear...
You got 3 people yelling at me, and I'm like trying to calm everybody the fuck down. Fine, I'm wrong, as usual. Do it your way. Do it your way.
It's not a matter of your way, Earl. It's got to be our way. Everybody has to have a way together. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that, but again, people have their own agendas. Fine.
What? Everyone has their own agenda, but you.
This is the.
Now, is there one person who sees Earl's point? Because I don't do any of this fucking work. I'm actually on the air while this stuff is happening.
I mean, to be honest, I kind of came up with a system and taught Mooch and Pepper and Pitsy.
Scatterbrain.
Dude, everyone found it. I found it within 3 seconds. Pepper, does it work?
It works completely, yeah.
But why would tell me why Earl doesn't want to join into that
Because
system?
I came up with the idea, so believe it or not, if Dave actually comes up with a good producing idea, it can't possibly work, Ron, because Dave's an idiot.
That is completely wrong.
It is. Every suggestion I've ever given you, you've never taken.
Antithetical to what the system was already in place. That's what the problem is.
But Earl, now you're sitting there with your chair faced against the wall like a fucking second grader.
I give up, Ron. I really do. Everyone
So
has their own.
you're going to be. That's going to be your place from now on.
I don't
In
want
that
it to
chair,
be, but you know
facing
what?
that wall.
His system's giving up.
My system.
Oh, watch the microphone.
Whoa. My system's giving up. You've been a colossal pain in the ass. No one was. I was happiest.
Tried to
know
help.
when exactly I was happiest.
When?
The 2 days you were not here. That was when I was happiest.
You were happy then, and we did have good shows.
We had
too.
great shows. We'd have snide comments. We'd have biting, stupid things coming out of your mouth.
No
That's
snide.
when I was happy.
Was a good system. Did you
That's I was completely happy.
Had the system work on those shows?
What went wrong?
Nothing went wrong. Those 2 days he was not. The 2 days you were not here, nothing went wrong.
How was your system maintaining those shows?
How was it when he got back?
Of course, everything. Of course, scatterbrained again. Just the feeling of scatterbrainedness.
But
Trying
you
to
say-
help you.
Scatterbrained.
Trying to help.
But why is every other person on that but you, Earl?
Because again, we agreed to one thing, we implement something else, and then of course it's my fault.
But why did everybody else seem to know it but you? Why would everyone
But
agree
nobody
to
found
something?
it. I was like,
I just
Every
found
person
it.
I was like, well,
told me they found
the
it. Every
question I
person
asked was, what was the name of it? That's
Why
the
did
question I
every
asked.
single person tell me they fucking found it? Well, the reason why you don't have to remember what they were called is you use the keywords.
The keywords.
Just the same way that I don't know every address that I'm going to on the internet, but then I will use keywords.
Ron's grasped the system. Honestly, Earl, he's grasped it in 10 seconds. Well, no, but that's how easy it is. It's the same thing as Google. So you don't write the exact title.
Now he's back in his chair facing the
Well,
wall.
don't go to the chair.
No, he's back in the chair. Deb, I know, just warn you, he never stays. He'll always come rushing back.
I'll be back then.
Happy birthday.
Here's Doug. Doug, you're on Run Fez. Doug, we got you, pal?
Yeah, Doug's here, man.
What can we do
Hey,
for you?
Earl, you need to get in there and whoop that little redheaded bitch's ass a couple weeks ago. Choke that bitch out.
I don't think he could.
It's a holy holiday, sir.
I really don't think he could either. I think that was one lucky shot he got in. I don't think it could ever happen
He
again.
couldn't do that. You know why I missed the beat? Because I have too much. I'm too fast.
Yeah.
I'm too knowledgeable. You know, I know that I'm the blessed one.
Yeah.
I know that his grandmother goes from heaven, says, Dave, I like you a lot better than my fuck up for a grandson.
That's his own
My
dead,
fuck up for a
that's his
grandson.
own dead grandmother.
I like it. I like
Say
it
it
a lot
again.
better.
Be brave.
He's choking him. He's choking him. Oh, Earl's still choking Dave.
Jesus.
Earl, he can't breathe.
Take it back.
I
Take it back.
I can't.
Speak.
He's choking him. Do you know how many people are watching you now, Earl? Earl, what have you done? Earl, this is Good Friday. This is the exact time they were taking our Lord through the streets, throwing things at him, screaming at him. And how do you deal with that? By choking another human being. What you do to the least of us, you do to Jesus.
I understand that.
You choked a man on Good Friday.
I don't think Jesus was choked, Ron. I think he was crucified. I just don't understand.
He was beaten and whipped.
Why would... And that's what you did? That's what you're excited about?
I'm not excited about
You've now joined the crowd.
Broke the chair, too, Ron.
You broke Opie's chair?
I'll pay for the chair.
And Florio's.
Yes, hey, I lost a bet. I'm going to honor that bet.
What do you say to Dave after what you just did?
I asked him to take it back. He's going to insult me like that.
How did he insult you?
Insulted my grandmother, insulted me.
So you choke? That's what you do? You deal physically?
He wouldn't take it back.
What is exactly that you said that had him angry?
Well, I was just saying that I've talked to Earl's grandmother in heaven, and she's like, my grandson's a big dope, and he likes to suck on my nipples.
Oh, God. Oh, God. What did she say?
Take it back.
She like, my grandson's hands are so big.
Take it back.
He's choking him! He's choking him! Earl, what are you doing? Earl, it's Good Friday!
Jesus.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
What are you doing, Earl? What are you doing?
If he's going to push my buttons, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to react.
By choking? What is it that you said, Dave? What had him so angry?
I was just saying that I talked to his grandmother, and she goes, Earl, your cock is so small.
Just take it back.
But your cock will still feel good when you come up to you in heaven and choke me.
Oh, he's choking him! He's choking him! Earl, he can't breathe! Earl, stop choking him! Earl, what is wrong with you? Are you all right, Dave?
I think I am, Rod.
And he did that for no reason?
No reason at all. It's Good Friday.
You must have said something.
Well, I was just talking about his grandmother, and it's like, Earl, I have a big cunt, but at least I'm in heaven.
Oh, he's choking him! Earl, what are you doing? Earl, he can't breathe. Earl, back to your chair.
I can't breathe anymore.
What is wrong with you? Earl, what is wrong with you?
Earl, it's your grandfather. I'm having gay sex in heaven. I'm having... Don't you lay a finger on me with that belt.
Oh
Don't you...
Earl's got his belt. Earl, what are you, nuts? Have you gone crazy? Have you going crazy? You're swinging a belt at a place of work. What the hell did you say, Dave?
Just like saying... I was just saying that, hi, everyone! We're all... No! Wait, let me get out! No! Don't belt me no more! Oh, it's okay, all right?
Turn that music down. Come on.
Jesus.
What the hell goes
Just
on?
saying.
Earl,
Hi.
put the belt down, you fucking maniac. Jesus. What are you, a crazy person? They're going to lock you up. You couldn't find something in Dillette, and you're choking. Look at his. Look what you've done to him.
I look like Denzel in Glory.
What is wrong with you?
Only not as tan.
Hey, look, Lily's wearing my crazy glasses from earlier. She's in the aviator glasses. And this is all because you won't be on the same system as everyone else. And your new place of work, your new workstation, is in a chair facing the wall.
I don't want it to be the station at the wall, but everyone wants to run the show. Fine.
Get over in your chair where you can stop hurting people. Get over in your chair. I don't know what to do with you anymore. You're swinging a belt. You're choking people.
The man insulted me. He insulted my family.
Do you know another job where people get choked and hit with belts? This is insane, Earl. Go sit down in your chair. Just relax. Stay comfortable. Just put this behind you. We'll just make it to 3 o'clock. Jesus. What the hell was even said that was so bad? What did he say?
Hi, we're all of Earl's relatives in heaven, and we're all fucking each other. Hard. In the ass.
Where are you going?
Grandpa,
Earl, no! Earl, you're joking. Earl, you're going to kill him. Earl, what are you doing?
Leave my family out of it.
You okay, buddy? Have you been pushed too far?
Yes, I've been pushed very far.
Do you have anybody here that you feel is like on you or with you?
Well, quite possibly you, Ron. You've always been supportive.
But how can I be supportive now when you're choking and hitting a coworker?
Well, when coworkers insult
on Good
me
Friday,
and my family.
Good Friday.
He doesn't even know your family, Earl.
Not good.
He doesn't know anybody in your life.
I shouldn't be talking about him in a derogatory way.
I agree 1,000,000%. But you're choking him. You grabbed his windpipe. You hit him with a belt. You got to learn to rise above that.
Hurts.
There's only so much you can take. I couldn't take it.
You all right, Dave?
No. It hurts. Hurts. My friend Earl would do that.
Look at him, Earl. How do you feel? No, you've done that to another person.
I don't know what I did wrong.
What did he do?
I do?
What did he do?
What did I do wrong? Like, I mean, seriously, what did I ever
say? You insulted me.
I
you
didn't
insulted
say
my
anything.
family.
Is he a human being?
God.
Yes, he is.
Have you ever had any good times with him? Ever?
A handful of times.
Yeah,
but
we've
not.
had good times.
But more often
Sure
than
we
not, I've
have.
ended up having to just deal with him because he was drunk out of his skull. But we've had good times.
Why don't you two shake hands?
Hi, this is Hunter Thompson. I'm going to blow Earl's grandmother's head off in heaven.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's the worst. Earl, you're choking him again.
Stop. All right, come on.
Earl, sit down.
Enough with the grandmother.
It was more of a Hunter Thompson and a bad impression at that. Sit down.
I can't see straight, man.
Sit in your corner chair. All right? Sit in your corner chair. Wow, I was in the middle of doing a show. And to me, I was actually enjoying the show today. And this fucking madness takes
We
place.
all were. I still want to know what you were talking to Debbie, if I can breathe straight.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about how we should cherish family.
Oh.
How it's family above all else. Right. And all we really have is our own people, and of course the people who came before us.
Hello, this is Hitler. I'm now sucking on Earl's grandmother's nipples.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm loving it.
Where are you going?
And I'm loving it.
Don't do the belt, Earl.
Suck me
Don't
harder.
Do it. Don't
Suck it
shove.
right off.
Don't shove. Earl, you're going to crush his windpipe. Earl, sit down.
What did I say?
Sit in your chair. Get in your corner chair.
What did I say? I don't even understand what I did.
Earl, he doesn't even know Hitler. I know how much Hitler means to you, but he doesn't know Hitler. Are you all right, Earl?
Yeah, I'm all right now.
But too much, isn't it? It's too much. All because you couldn't join the same system as everyone else.
I don't know. It always seems like a simple question becomes somehow. Never mind. I'm not even talking straight.
I mean, if you would have joined the system, would you would end up choking Dave and hitting him with a belt? Do you see how this is like that movie Crash? It's just one little thing that spirals out of control. You know what I mean, Earl?
Yes, I do.
And maybe that we're all in our own little automobiles and we miss each other and interacting. So occasionally we crash just so we can be together. Maybe that's what this is about. What do you think?
As always, Ron, you're always right on point. You're onto something.
Hi, this is Bobby Kennedy. Me and Jack are fucking your grandmother right now.
Oh, my God.
Fucking her and jizzing her in her ear.
Oh, my God.
Don't touch me.
Come on, Earl! Now, Earl! You were doing so good with the crash analogy. Earl, back to your place. The Kennedys are not with your grandmother. I can guarantee you that. Rose Kennedy would be throwing up right now if that were true. Sit down. Sit in your cubby hole. All right, it's been a crazy week. We've been one man down. Fez has been faking illness all week, and I got him on the line right now. You promise not to go crazy, Earl?
I won't go crazy.
Do you promise?
Einstein here. E equals MC. Earl's grandmother sucking my big intellectual cock right now.
Earl, you're choking him. Earl, didn't you just promise me? Didn't you just promise me?
Promise is a promise.
And one Einstein impression? Get back.
What?
Get back into the corner. What happens to you? How do you get so crazy so fast?
I do take a lot, but when I go, I go. When I snap, I absolutely
So you choke people.
I can't. I'm not in control of my actions when I lose it. I can't.
And you think you should be able to work around human beings?
I totally believe. Just don't push my buttons. That's all.
But how many times did you snap today and choke him? 11?
A dozen times, maybe.
Will you stop now? And it's over?
So I will try to stop.
Just promise me that you'll stop. On Good Friday, swear to God that you'll stop.
I don't even know I can make that promise.
Can you do this? Can you do it for Jesus?
I'll do it for Jesus, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Macho Man here. I'm not dead yet, but when I am, I'm gonna sodomize the shit out of Earl's grandmother. Oh yeah!
Oh.
Sodomize. It feels good, Macho Man. You were the Intercontinental Champion.
Jesus. You promised Jesus. You promised Jesus. What happened to your promise to Jesus?
Me and him will work it out eventually.
Back into your chair, then. I can't count on you. I can't count on you. Sit in your chair.
He doesn't keep his promises.
Sit in your chair and turn it around. All right, now I need everything to calm down because Fez is recovering from not having a heart attack or anything at all wrong today. Fez.
Hi, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to check in. I hadn't had a chance to listen. How's the new system working out there? Is everything going smooth?
Yeah. Yeah, so far so good.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
The new system's been great.
Good, because I know Earl was dragging his feet on it a little bit. I want to make sure everyone was cool with it.
No, it's been going fine.
Okay, I'd hate to think anything was going on down there.
No, don't you worry about a thing.
Everyone's getting along?
Yeah, everything's great.
Oh, okay. I was worried. I hadn't had a chance to listen today, so I just wanted to check on the system. That's what I was worried about.
When are you coming back?
I am going to be back Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday. Mop up this blood. Mop this up. Everyone put away the blowtorches. Yeah, everything's going great, Fez.
Okay, everyone's getting along?
Everything's going great. Don't you be anxious about anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, they pulled together as a team. Matter of fact, everything's going good. Dave's even been working on a new character.
Really?
Hi, John the Baptist here. I just baptized Earl's grandmother's tits in my mouth.
Earl.
Spittle. I'm gonna fuck her hard.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing, Fez.
What's happening there?
Nothing. Earl's giving ice cream to Dave.
The new system was supposed to be foolproof.
Well, there's one fool that's still working on a new system. Earl believes in the old system. Get back in your hole. The new system is this, Fez. It's changed a little bit.
Yeah?
But the new system is Earl is now in a chair facing the wall.
Oh.
Away from anything that he could touch during the show.
Yeah, I was going to say there's no buttons or anything on the wall.
Well, occasionally he gets up and chokes Dave.
Oh. That's not part of the new system.
No.
What would his grandmother think about that?
Hello, Napoleon. My very small cock is getting sucked on by Earl's grandmother. Talk about a complex with jizz. Ooh, yeah, suck on it. Ow!
Earl, stop choking him. How come you never punch, Earl? You just choke. What is wrong with you? You've got to be exhausted.
Well, the idea behind choking is that the last thing you see is just my hand around his throat.
Earl, do you know how to? I mean, Dave, do you know how to protect yourself?
I guess not.
You
He's very quick.
You just get choked and go down.
He's very fast.
Yeah. All right, Cobra, back in your seat. Slither back there. Slither back there. Yeah, everything's going great, Fez. Don't worry about a thing.
Hey, can you do me a favor, Ronnie?
Yeah.
I hope I'm not too late with this. I know it's HTG's birthday.
Yeah.
Could you do me a favor? Sheepy has got, like, the queerest pasta gift for her. Could you please tell her to act excited when she sees it?
Yeah, she already knows that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oops.
Remember, she's happy typing girl, not happy griping girl.
Good point.
That could be. Whenever we're mad at her, that's our new nickname for her.
I like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I hope she has a happy birthday despite getting pasta.
Thank you, Fez, and I hope you're feeling better.
I'm dodged another bullet, hun.
I'm so happy.
This one you actually missed by a million miles.
Yeah, beat the Grim Reaper one more time.
What I love is you're doing the old Fez voice. I hope you keep that going.
Doing my best.
All right.
Everything's pumping good now.
Well, it still was, even before your procedure. There was nothing wrong with you.
Yeah, I was afraid they're going to lose me on the table.
Yeah, well, they ain't going to lose you. All right, talk to you later, Fezzy.
All right, buddy.
All right, bye. Oh, he sounds good. It's really great how fast he's getting over not having a heart attack now. He's really able to bounce back with just a week on the couch. Actually, his thigh is killing him because they stuck that thing into his... so he's all hurt from not having a heart attack.
The leg catheter.
Here's Dr. Mark. Dr. Mark, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron, guys. Hey, I listened to you on my lunchtime out here in Denver, and I've noticed one thing. Earl always makes fun of Dave being this crazy guy, but I really think Earl has some major issues.
Earl, today you do have major issues.
And especially the great, when I work with a lot of athletes who have anger problems.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with relative issues. So I just want to throw this out here, and again, I don't know Earl. I haven't talked to him though. But you think Earl has a sexual problem with his grandmother? Has he been molested, or?
I'm sure something like that took place, right, Earl?
No, not at all. We were close. That's all.
Oh,
the way a grandson and a grandmother would be.
Baths? You took baths together?
No, not at all. But we were close.
Were you closer than lovers?
No, we were not lovers at all.
Sure.
But there's violence that just springs out of nowhere, Earl. You're going to have to get a hold of that.
On a holy day.
Well, that's the issue I have, is just the choking and flying off the handle this fast. This usually escalates down the road and other things. I know Earl is relatively young,
right.
And later on in life, this could really affect him.
He also has problems, Dr. Mark, with napping. How do you cure that?
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Mark. By the way, Mafia Life Chris, who I've forgiven today, he wrote back, yeah, Fez dodged a bullet, and by bullet, I mean his job for the last week.
Oh. Whoa.
MLC is back, baby. He is back. Earl, you okay now? Can I count on you to be okay?
A little better.
Good. You just relax. Banished over there. Lily, come on in here. I need to talk to you too, darling. And Deb, I'm so sorry this happened on your birthday. I wanted today to be a special day. A day that was all about you, a day of love.
It still is.
Don't turn happy griping girl on me online now. Start to write bad stuff about me.
I would never do that.
Okay. Lily, how is Earl getting along with the other people?
What do you mean? The staff?
Is he getting along with the staff? Is that working out that way?
No. Nobody seems to like him.
Seriously, not like him?
You've been a grade A cunt all day.
Oh,
down my throat. Even when I agree with you, you're biting my head off.
Earl, this is Lily time.
Why grade A? She's not an egg.
Does he not have one friend? He doesn't have one person that...
No. Not on both shows. Not this show, O&A show. Not
Nowhere.
even Frank's Place.
Face.
Wow, that makes me feel bad because I thought he was doing so good. I thought he was getting along with everybody.
I mean, I don't have a problem with anybody. I mean, she in particular has just been just awful today. Like, it's my time of the month.
You
I
know,
don't care.
it's true, Earl.
It doesn't
I
give
am
you a
bleeding.
license to be a cunt.
Yeah, it does.
Earl, is that the kind of language your grandmother told you to use towards women?
No, but but I gotta call it as I see it. That's what she's been today. She's been a cunt today.
Earl, you
Why are you
do not
using language like that?
Fred started a trend.
I know, I'm not comfortable with it.
Paul O, Fred, now Earl.
Yeah, that's to me, Earl, would you like being called the N-word?
No, I wouldn't.
Then why would you call her the C-word? We should only use initials for everything.
This whole thing started basically because Earl does not like to be told what to do
I
by
see.
me. By me.
I see. It's a
Anybody
woman.
else can say it. You know, Mooch was back there, Pepper was back there saying, Earl, search it this way, search it this way. And I said, Earl, search it this way, the new system.
Yeah.
And he said, and then he flipped out and just was cursing, and
then
then that's
Dave,
when it started.
Yeah, Dave saw him screaming back there.
Yeah, and it was very distracting. I'm just trying to keep it professional.
Because frankly, there's an old saying, I heard it twice the first time.
Well, then you
and
didn't
I heard
do it,
it
Earl.
twice the first time.
Did the bid ever get on the air?
Because at that point, Fred
Did
was
the bid
already
ever
gone.
get on the air?
No, the bid didn't get on the air.
Maybe
but
if there wasn't all the fighting and you learned the system, that during the 2-minute conversation that I had with Fred, you would have the bit that you guys made about Fred. But the guys, the producers of the show, they put together bits, and of course they would love their bits to make the air.
and I understand.
And it normally has to be done in a timely fashion.
Which is why I asked him, I was like, what was the name of the bit? That was how the whole thing started.
Exactly, and that's why we said, search Fred,
All
and
right,
you did it.
Let me go to the artist in residence. Moach, you came in here from Ireland to try to help us out.
Yeah.
You can see not much has improved.
Nah, man.
What is the holdback? What is the problem?
It's that Earl doesn't respond. He doesn't communicate with you. Like Pepper said, search Fred. Fred dash.
Yeah.
Nothing. No, he doesn't. He just keeps scrolling up and down. He just keeps scrolling. I don't think you can spell, man. You keep going. You go from M. You're like M is above F.
Of course, I can't speak my mind. Because there was a reason for that. Because you know why? Because I have headphones on and I'm listening to the show.
But we've talked about that before, where you should have one on, one off, so that everyone can communicate.
See, they flip around, Earl. See, look how cool these headphones are.
Look over right now at Pitsy.
Then it's
got
fine.
one on.
All of us.
You need to
I got none on.
communicate. You need to.
Fine. I'm wrong. Of course I'm wrong.
But Earl, that's not the point.
And you're
Well,
also
are
wrong when you choke
but-
Dave.
I mean,
and hit him with a belt.
I don't even know what I did, to be honest with you.
That's the part that hurts.
It's like
insulted
on
my
a,
family,
on a
you
holiday.
insulted
How?
me.
What?
So you choke? You choke people on Good Friday?
I don't choke people on Good Friday, but
Yes,
you know
you
what?
did.
You ask people to stop. You don't stop. You face the consequences.
Oh.
Is this what's going to happen if Obama's elected?
I
Black people are
see.
just going to be going crazy.
Now you're gonna go. Now he's gonna get angry.
So, you know what? I'm looking forward to the day when he gets elected. I really am. Just to see white people.
National
What the
Choking
fuck
Day. Just
So
implement
you
it.
honestly think the system thing is a black and white issue?
No, it's not a black and white issue.
Then why bring it up?
No, she
That's
brought
not
up
what we are.
Obama. It's like, is this how it's going to be when Obama's elected?
Now you know all these people are voting for Obama. You're basically in Obama headquarters here.
She's not, but
So that makes you choke. Would you choke her?
I'm not going to choke her.
Yeah.
Why not, Earl?
What if she did impressions?
Don't push me. Do not. Don't even
Well,
go.
what will you do?
I will not even.
What would you do?
I'm not going to even go there. No way. I'm not going to lay a hand on it.
Not going to do it?
No way.
No.
No, I'm not going to hit a woman. No way. That would be absolutely wrong.
Doesn't her neck look so tempting, though?
It does. It's wide open.
The V-neck shirt on. She just took
Oh,
off her
yeah, look.
scarf so you could have access.
Oh, hold on, Earl. I'm getting communique here. Marilyn Monroe is
Not going to do it. Just push
psyching
me.
out with your hand on her.
Don't push me. I'm not going to do it.
Good. Now, why can't you use the same restraint with Dave?
Because a whole. No, I'm just not going to do it. Will not do it.
Yeah.
Because at the end, I will be wrong. I will be completely
No, you know
wrong.
why you're wrong, Earl? Because you hijacked this show for the last 45 minutes.
Didn't mean
a
to.
show that was going along well. That we're having a great time. And because you cannot follow the system that was set up, it's been hijacked and turned into you choking people, hitting them with belts, or using anti-woman slurs.
I had.
This is insanity.
I had zero
This is
intention of doing
crazy.
this.
Still waiting for Deb to respond to Ron's question.
Yes.
What is true love?
Yeah.
No, wait.
I was hoping she was going to say, Ronnie, it's the way I feel about you. And then that was going to be the end. It was going to be a love show.
Beautiful ending to a good Friday.
Great Friday.
No, yeah,
it's going to be a great Friday. You know what this is, Earl? It's an awful Friday.
Oh.
You've turned Jesus' day into an awful Friday. And now every Good Friday I'll go, oh, yeah, I remember that day. That's the day that Earl went crazy.
Oh, Earl, I'm hearing that Greta Garbo is eating your grandmother's thick pussy.
See, I should choke Dave out because only Dave will come up with an awful joke.
No,
like
it
that.
was-
Why would you blame Dave?
What do you mean?
What
She
is
got
Greta Garbo doing?
Communications from the higher powers.
What is
I'm
Greta
not gonna
Garbo
lay a
doing?
hand on her. I'm not even.
What's Greta
no
Garbo
way am I
doing?
laying hands on her.
What is Greta Garbo doing?
She's eating your grandmother's thick pussy.
Not gonna go there.
She wants
Not
to
gonna
be
lay hands on
alone.
her.
She wants to be alone. Yes, what is it, Lily? You seem like you're getting messages.
I'm getting another one that
Yeah.
says Elvis is running train on Earl's grandmother with the Memphis Mafia.
First of all, you tell that fucking person the Memphis Mafia's still alive.
Oh,
Sonny Red.
well,
See, Earl, you're able not to get up and choke now, right?
Well, I'm not gonna hit.
Well,
because
why
I'll
can't
be
you
wrong.
do that with Dave?
I will be completely
You were
wrong.
wrong with what you did to Dave.
Double standard, Earl. I don't even know what I did.
Let's check. All right, go ahead, Lily.
Cleopatra is munching on her pancake vagina.
All right, now you're able to sit in your chair, right? All right, great. I'm proud of you. Now let's see when
I'm upset. I'm not going to lay a hand on
That's great. That's the way a person
Not
should
gonna
be.
lay a hand
Now
on
let's see when Dave does it.
I'm Harry Truman, and I just dropped a bomb on Earl's grandmother's snatch. A bomb full of chicks. Don't you touch me.
You were doing so
Stay with
good.
your lessons.
Earl, don't
Stay
do it. Oh, you're choking him out.
Okay.
Wait, you getting another message, Lily?
No.
No?
They stopped.
They stopped.
They stopped.
Get back in your chair, Earl. All right, hold on. Here's all right.
I'm just getting one right now.
Yeah,
I
good.
feel it coming. Oh, this is interesting. Queen Elizabeth is fingering Earl's grandmother right now. She's not even dead.
The first one.
Yeah, the early ones.
First one.
Here's our friend G-Vac. G-Vac.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Hey, buddy.
I just wanted to wish the healthiest and happiest of holidays to everybody there.
Well,
Deb.
same to you, my friend.
And I just wanted to say that it is over 2 years ago that I postulated the theory that Earl is mentally unstable.
Wow, 2 years now. Earl, are you mentally unstable?
No, I don't think I am.
You choked a man how many times today?
About 14 or 15 times.
And you don't think that that's mentally unstable?
Not at all. When you
You have a chair facing the wall.
you have to defend your family. Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
How did you defend your family? She's already gone.
I didn't understand, but don't insult the memory like that.
He doesn't know her. That's the fucking point of this.
I'm getting another communication here.
Yeah.
Abbott and Costello are playing cards on Earl's grandmother's back. Wow.
That's not even chicks. Who gave it?
All right. Thanks, G-Vac.
Have a good one.
Bye. Here's our good friend, Bronx Johnny. Hey, Johnny!
Hey, what's good, boss?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say Earl's grandmommy was giving James Earl Ray a rim job.
Oh. And Johnny, this is your new theme song. Dear Michael. It's about a little girl writing to Michael Jackson.
That's some crazy shit. What happened?
All right, now why aren't you mad at Bronx Johnny?
I am mad, but I can't choke him through the telephone line.
You would have choked me if I was there, motherfucker. Don't play.
Well, you wouldn't do shit. You wouldn't do shit unless all of it was fucking Dave. Because there's not one fucking guy here who wouldn't stop you in your tracks when you came running at him. I'm never going to go as far as the bit as Dave does, as letting myself to be choked. I'll fucking dig your eyeball out. All right, Bronx Johnny. Keep popping off, brother.
Motherfucker.
He's high as a kite. Say it, Johnny.
Catch y'all later.
Popping off. There he goes. Earl, we got a very special message for you from Martin Luther King. Hi, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Lordy, Lordy, Earl Douglas.
Me and Biggie Smalls got your grandma on a rotisserie.
Now, Earl, why doesn't that make you mad?
Because he's an ass. You got the impression awful.
Yeah, but don't you feel good that Biggie's up in heaven?
Well, yeah, I feel good about that. But
Yeah.
he's not doing what he said he was doing.
What did he say he was doing?
I'm not going to repeat
He had your
it. It's
grandmother
not
on a
worth it for you.
rotisserie. What do you care? It's not real.
And she's having fun, sounds like. If you were to ask me.
Oh, jeez.
You know, if you were to ask me or if you were to ask
Listen to your voice now for being
Or if you were to ask, like, Charlemagne, like, I was known for paving roads and Earl's grandmother's pussy. I paved it. And I loved it, Charlemagne. You were the...
Earl, stop it. It's an old bit. Learn something new.
Okay. Broke those headphones. He is the destroyer
Earl,
today.
There's only one way of dealing with him. You have to pull down his pants and suck on his ass pipe. Then he'll stop.
No, I'm not going to touch any part of that pasty red ass.
You want a little bit?
I want none of it.
Oh, no.
You want some?
Oh, no.
I'll cover the private area in front of women. Suck on it a little bit.
To make him stop, Earl.
Just
to make him stop.
What? I promise I'll stop if you just suck on my ass.
Oh, my God.
I'm not going to suck on your ass, Dave.
Just
Go
suck on
ahead.
my ass.
Just the cheek part.
What's the big deal?
Just the cheek part.
Kiss it.
And that'll
No,
put this.
I'm
Earl, this will
no.
put this all
No.
behind us.
What if
Now everything will stop.
No.
This is the way men settle things.
Well, I at least put a pen in the asshole and he sucks on the pen.
You know what?
That's compromise.
No.
You like
I
chewing
feel
on
like that's
pen.
too close to an O&A bit.
Oh, yeah.
Make him
No way.
Just put your face against his
No.
ass and let us know that this thing
No.
is over.
No,
Come on.
No.
For Good Friday.
No.
Come on, let's be friends.
Why don't you put your ass up against his ass? You keep your pants
I
on.
want nothing to do with that.
Put it.
That.
Put it.
Nothing.
Oh, come on.
Put it.
Nothing.
You gotta drop nut, dude. You gotta drop nut. By the way, he does that on purpose. He does it every single time because he has a small penis but a dangling nut. Earl, get over here. Rub your face right against his ass and feel.
I'm not getting.
Don't you want to put this behind us?
Not with that behind.
Do
no.
you promise that you'll stop saying stuff about his grandmother?
Yeah, I absolutely promise that. Let's be adult here and just, let's sell things.
Yeah,
lick
put
my
your
ass.
pants over. That's when we stop being adults.
Come on, let's be
All right, if
grown
you're
ups.
not
Lick
going to
my
stop,
ass.
if you're not going to stop, Earl, then neither is Dave.
Hello, Winston Churchill. With 2 tequilas in my
Don't
hand,
do it, Earl.
I still know enough to fuck Earl's grandmother.
No spanking, Earl.
Oh,
No
God,
spanking.
Fuck! Ow! Ow!
Hey,
Ow!
what'd I fucking just tell you?
Jesus!
What'd I just fucking tell you?
Belt!
I'm sorry, Ron. I
skin.
apologize. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Go sit in your fucking chair, Earl, and think about what you just did. Go sit in your fucking chair.
Trying to get it resolved.
You see where this went now, Earl? Now you got me mad on Good Friday.
Didn't mean to, Ron. I apologize.
You apologize to me, not to a man whose bare ass you just spanked with a fucking homosexual belt. That's all forgotten about. You know that there's marks on his ass? Go show him what happened.
I'll show you.
You should be
It
forced
hurts.
to see what you've done to him.
Look at my ass.
Look what you've done.
Look at my ass.
Well, get your chair, Earl.
Sorry,
Look
it's
what
not
you've
his
done.
ass.
No, if you
Outside.
can fucking hit him, you can look at Earl. Get in your chair.
Get in the chair. I showed
in
the
your
wrong
chair.
side by accident, Ron.
I know you
I'm
did.
I'm in so much pain.
Yeah, sit in your chair. Sit back and show him, Dave, what he's done. Look what you've done.
You heard that. Wow.
Sit, Dave. Sit on his lap like he was
A
Santa.
little gas just came out. You wouldn't mind that, would you?
Yes, I would.
Sit, Dave.
Sit
where
on
you
him?
can relax. Sit with your
Let me
bare
just
ass.
sit on you.
Look, everything's okay. now.
On Good Friday. Come on.
Yeah.
Give me a kiss now.
Don't kiss me.
Come on, kiss me.
Don't kiss me, Dave.
On Good Friday.
Do not kiss me.
Like Jesus.
No, do not kiss me.
Give him a kiss for Jesus.
Come on!
Earl,
He
sit.
won't kiss me.
I refuse to kiss you, Dave.
He never wants to kiss me.
Why do you want to kiss me for?
Friday.
Kiss your wife.
Good Friday.
Well, let me just apologize to Deb. This was supposed to be your birthday party. You got a macaroni Ron and a bunch of fighting.
I had a great time anyway.
And Earl, you're staying in that chair after the show today for an hour, thinking. Okay?
I understand that, Ron.
All right, good.
Understood.
And I want you and Lily and Mooch and Hicks all to work on the system today for an hour. This is a terrible thing to happen on a day when I know my partner is home faking. That is what hurts me. I asked everybody to do what they could because Fez had to take a week off because he bit into a chili pepper. He had some oregano and he needs a week off. Crazy person. Crazy person.
He doesn't like stomach pains.
This is going to be the worst birthday ever for you, huh, Dave?
No, it's a great birthday.
And it was it started off so nice. You had Jew food and a ferry ride. It was all going to be wonderful.
I'm just happy to be here.
Hey, Lily's just gone crazy with those aviator glasses too, hasn't she?
It fits the show, I guess. Crazy is the theme.
It's like Lisa Marie Presley. She's just a whacked out Scientologist.
Well, really, it's the lights. I have a really bad migraine, so it's helping.
Oh, I understand. Good. Enjoy yourself. All right, that is it for us. We're off on Easter Monday. The exact opposite of what the normal people would do. We work Good Friday. We take off on regular Monday. It's regular Monday. We're going to meet off. Yeah. So that is it for us, folks. But remember what Jesus did say to all of us.
That's the end of my show. Dong.